what to say.
Hi.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, exactly.
Just, you got me
I'm not going back. Just keep rolling. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stories of the Salt Knights. What?
Say it with... You gotta say with the same energy.
I gotta say with some gusto.
The Salt Knights.
Yeah, but it's different now. It's different now.
It's different now?
It's kind of different now.
Welcome to the soft
Did you just
zone.
pour Jesus into your fucking Christ?
He's getting mad at me about the crackly plastic, so there you go, Jim. Right.
Oh my god. Where are you going to roll your dice now?
Into the Jesus.
Hey, where's your dice? Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Welcome to Stories of the Salt Knights. How was that? Is that good?
Oh god.
Good? Okay. That's how I'm doing it from now on, forever and ever.
I kind of like that voice. It's kind of sexy.
Good. It's going to be the main bad guy's
kind
voice.
of point.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
okay.
Critique.
Talking to a wall.
Anyways, this is a D&D podcast where we play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play, and we release on like YouTube and podcast places, and we're all just a bunch of fucking nerds having a fun time.
Cheers.
Takes one to know one.
Indeed, it does.
In case you didn't, yeah, I mean, you can't tell.
I am also a nerd. Really quick, shout out to Randy with Beast Recordings. Always trying to make the audio the best possible audio that he can, and we're always improving the audio and such and such. He also is very willing to edit audio when I message him like, dude, this gotta go out tomorrow. The audio doesn't work. So he does his best, and it all turns out amazing.
Thanks.
Amen.
Okay.
Thanks, Randy.
Amen.
Thanks, Beast Recordings. Beast Recordings.
Bro, do you have social media for Beast Recordings yet?
Yeah, I have a website.
We need to start building that in the fucking descriptions of everything.
www.beastrecordings.com.
Beast Record. Check out his website. Check out his Facebook. He has guitar pedals.
I am devouring guitar pedals. A beast line of guitar pedals.
Beast line guitar pedals.
Give us a little
You just told me that. What was it again?
Yeah, I had chops at those.
It's the first thing you could think of.
I forgot what his thing's called.
BeastRecordings.com.
Thank you.
Anyways,
My intelligence state has just
our unofficial sponsor, Beast Recordings. If anyone wants to sponsor us, your sponsor ad would go right here.
But no,
That's me.
we're not a big stream.
Is that a young Randy?
Only our
It's a mutton
moms
chop,
and friends.
Pretty young
That's a
Randy
good
right
look,
there.
man. That's a good look.
Sexy.
Look at your recording space. It's so clean in this photo.
Okay.
All
All right, let's get into some
let's do it.
Dungeons and Dragons now, shall we?
Music time.
Dungeons and Dragons. Okay.
The one thing I'm anal about, the music.
Also, unfortunately, Shaina and James had to work late tonight. Something about the world ending and all servers going down, and they had to fix all of it. So it will just be the 4 players
Bro.
and into the game. So you guys are currently trying to make your way to Terra Corp because you have a contract to go there and try to... Originally, your contract was to try and make sure it was okay.
Sure isn't.
The closer you get there, perhaps the less it seems so. So, so you guys stayed in Homestead for a night, and you took part in the watch. What was that?
Earthquake?
Is that a bird?
He's right here.
Sorry.
That's true.
You guys partook in the night watch, and eventually the next morning you left, and on the way there you got into a fight with these like weird zombie-like creatures with like white skin, and they were fat and slow, and
Weird centipedes.
yeah, some weird centipede things like crawling on the trees and stuff. You guys eventually continued on until you took a rest, and this large ape creature kind of came sniffing around and then eventually left. But in the morning, you guys were attacked by some strange almost looked like everyone thought it looked crabby, like kind of like a crab, but with like draconic features and stuff like that. Some very strange creature with these huge pincers and like these two smaller but still strong arms. And you guys got into a very long confrontation with that creature, and then at a certain point the ape creature came out of nowhere and started wreaking havoc too, until Yeros cast his armor of Agathis, is that what it was? And managed to kill the main guy with his armor of Agathis, causing him to freeze and crumble into pieces of ice. And then immediately, in the same round,
Alessandro killed the ape.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly.
That really happened though?
I do have to say.
You notice how I don't write anything Alessandro says in the book?
I do have to say that Yeros masterfully used the armor Agathis against the creature by deceiving it to chase him. If I remember right.
Well, or not to chase him,
do
but
an
to do an attack of opportunity
yeah,
against him.
I thought that was great.
And yeah, that was a very smart move. And then immediately turned around and just blew the monkey up in the face. And
Eldritch Blast.
Eldrabrathed it.
Eldrabrath.
Eldrabrath.
Like a breath mint.
Algebra blast.
Eldrabrath.
Alessandro's
I
blast.
cast quadratic.
I'm gonna make a character called
Kids, let's go on a
Eldrabrath.
math.
Eldrabrath.
I like it.
Anyways, you guys.
Makazar.
Oh my god.
I love
What an
Makazar.
ill-fated character.
Poor damn.
Sorry, a character from a different campaign. Same universe, but different campaign.
My character.
Then you guys took a minute to heal up a little bit. Did you guys take a short rest?
Maybe slightly. Yeah, maybe
I
a
think
short rest,
we
but then
just ended.
I would say
we got to a point where
if we haven't, we will.
Yeah.
Well, because you guys, I ended the campaign by saying you guys continue on your way. So if you wanted to take a short rest,
We're gonna need to get some HP back, I think, for some of us.
I mean, I feel pretty.
well, I can't remember. I can't remember if you guys wanted to take a short rest or if you wanted to get out of
Let's do
it.
a
Pretty sure we
rest.
took a short rest because a bunch of us were examining the ground.
Not true.
And
we did not
Okay.
take a short rest.
You did not?
No.
I'm gonna trust you on that because you take really good notes.
no, we
Well, it's all up here, baby. I do
didn't. Mine. Nobody
mind
believes me.
push-ups.
I do remember that I ended it by
Here's
saying
the
you
reason
guys.
I think we
you
didn't
guys
do
go.
a short rest is I have still a packed slot that's been expended.
Oh, okay.
And if we had taken a short rest, both of those would have been back. And I would have been religious about the whole like, hey, did we take a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay, we took a short rest. So I thought we were going to take just a long rest at the cusp of basically where we ended up, which was at the mines.
Yeah.
We like showed up and we were just about there, and then we ended the session.
So yeah,
Thought
you
that-
guys were kind of sitting around, and then the bodies started to like steam, and it was like starting to waft into the air in like these large plumes. And so I think that's when you guys were like, okay, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we didn't take when I got all my stuff still, slots and stuff still expended as well. So
Okay.
Deductive reasoning, sir.
Okay. You guys, after this harrowing fight, which nearly took the life of one of your team members.
Barkuell again. I mean,
It's almost hard to tell what time of the day it is. The sky is so overcast. It seems like it could be. It seems like it could be 6 in the morning or 9 o'clock at night. You're not sure. But there is this thick, heavy mist, almost like a miasma, that kind of just rolls down. Rolls at a downward angle through the forest going the direction you guys came from. It's hard to see more than 20, 30 feet in any direction. And you guys continue to make your way westward through this canyon to try and make your way to Terra Corp. Is there anything anyone wants to talk about right now with any of the other players or any of the other characters, or
Damn, that was crazy.
It seems like every beast we come across gets tougher and tougher.
We're getting closer to the source. Yeah.
I can't help but think that the flesh monster is still alive.
I don't see how. I mean, that thing blew up.
It's
This, like...
It just seemed like it could heal, and maybe it can be blown to a point of putting it to sleep, so to speak. But eventually, it might come back.
In terms of cooking preparation, it's like well past well done. You know.
God damn it.
I think what our friend is trying to say.
Well, I'm glad you're confident.
He's hopefully dead.
Okay.
Can't help but have it in the back of my mind.
It's my type 5. I'm done.
While you're all walking, Alessandro's got his rapier out. And I'm just kind of...
Oh my god.
Practice up a little bit.
trying to get it to shoot the beams that came out of it and killed the monkey.
Keep trying.
Go!
Yeah, that's right.
That's
You
right.
think? Yeah,
I think I
forgot.
did it.
Yeah.
And no one corrected him.
No one
Wait a
corrected
minute,
me.
wait a minute, do it again. And I cast and just little sparks.
You indulge
I'm not
in
that
too
dumb.
much.
I know you're not, but that's exactly. I'm just like, oh look, you're doing it. What? You did the spell. It was masterful. Do it again. I just have my wand, just like. Go ahead.
I use my rapier and prestidigitate your wand with little sparks, and then walk away.
That's nice. He can do it too. We all know that little magic trick. Except for we could teach you. Do you want to learn how to prestidigitate?
Yes.
All right, it's going to be about a 7-month course.
Oh my god.
And exceptionally expensive, like 50 gold coins.
No, it'll just cost just
Okay.
a couple of your good personal stories, maybe some anecdotes.
Uh,
I mean, what? I mean, yeah, pay me in money.
suspicious.
I really feel like he's harvesting our souls or
Yeah.
something in my
Oh
book. I'm
God,
not
give it a
gonna lie.
rest. It's no, I'm not harvesting your souls at all.
Who is the previous Akrius, huh?
He's dead. And then I just
we-
walk away.
There we go. I called it.
With that, you guys continue walking, and it's relatively unnerving because of how the weather is right now. You can't sense a passing of time through like normal means of like seeing the sun move through the sky and noticing that the shadows shift as the day goes on. There's none of that. There's almost no shadows. It's just all it's like a perma twilight almost that you guys have been walking through. So quite a while goes by before quite a while goes by of you guys walking through the forest. Everyone roll a perception check.
It's awfully dreary out here, don't you think?
26.
Damn.
It's
Dude's
depressing.
eyes is sharp as a tack.
9.
9?
I forgot how to do it. Hang on. There it is. 16.
16. Who's leading this? What's the party order right now?
I usually don't go in front.
I like being like second or third.
I'll take the lead.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone looks at me.
So Alessandro maybe in the back?
Sure.
Heroes. Okay.
Of course, I'm in the lead, and I had the worst perception check.
So really quick, you guys defeated those monsters and then you went back to the trail and started walking up on the trail, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. At a certain point, Leon, you start to hear this droning, buzzing sound. It's just like a... And it's very distant at first, but after just a few seconds, you can immediately tell, with a 26 perception, you can tell that it's getting louder.
Like getting closer to us, or we're getting closer to it?
It seems like this is getting louder faster than you would be approaching it, if that makes sense.
I think we should hide and get off the trail for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard the man.
At a certain point, the rest of you start to hear this too.
I think we all
Everyone
immediately
roll.
agree
And I
to
just go, ooh.
Yeah.
try and jump over.
I'm gonna
Hide
I'm
off
gonna
the
try
trail.
to stealth.
I jump into the bushes.
I'll just roll a stealth.
Everyone roll a stealth check. If anyone has heavy armor, make sure you
6
do it.
Yeros
with just-
trips and makes some noise with
God.
sticks as he goes down.
That was not great. Yeah.
Oh, not good at all.
Yeah.
Just like try to get shit out of my
I was gonna
feathers.
say mine wasn't great until you all started talking. I'm not gonna complain.
Okay.
Quietly! Down the slope!
Okay, sorry, what was everyone's...
Posture.
What did everyone get?
12.
I got half of
13.
13,
15.
that.
15, 6.
Oh my god. Guys.
Has it been less than 8 hours since
exactly
our
what
last
happens.
encounter with monsters?
It's been less than 8
Okay.
hours.
All farted at the same time.
Alright.
Over here.
Which way do you guys run? Do you guys like scatter both directions, or do you guys all
Tight
run in
clump,
one
same
direct-
way.
Left.
That way, left.
That's why we're so noisy, because we're all together. Come on, man!
I'm trying to be quiet here.
You guys all run leftwards off of the road and go and jump into some like bushes and trying to hide behind trees and making sure you're out of sight of the sky above. And Leon, you're the first to notice that as you hear this like droning, buzzing sound, it gets really loud the closer it gets to you, and you can actually start to see like the leaves in the trees starting to like rattle. And at a certain point, if anyone is watching, is at a spot where you can still watch the trail, you see this giant bug-like creature like land right on the trail, probably not more than 10 or 15 feet from you guys. And it is this, it's probably like 10 feet wide and 7 or 8 feet tall. It has like these 6 legs with like different angles on them, and it almost looks like a bug if it wasn't for the almost humanoid face with like hair on the top of its head, and there is a big proboscis that comes down into a super sharp point, and on its on its back are these 4 wings that sit and buzz like this ear-shattering, mind-numbing buzz. I need everyone to roll.
Of course.
Constitution saving throws.
Oh, you son of
A 10.
Well, I can do you one better. 13? Okay, no, I thought it was...
Oh my god.
Hey, man.
We're in trouble, guys.
Yeah, we're doing great.
It's been nice knowing you.
Oh, speak for yourself.
11.
3.
Oh my god.
He's like, what?
King Christ, guys.
Yes.
13!
13.
I did the best.
I mean, I don't have inspiration or whatever, so.
Can I have a gummy bear?
Oh, God.
You give him that bag. You give him the whole damn bag right now.
I still have inspiration.
You do?
Well, I bribed him with gummy bears.
No, you don't have inspiration. That was a
You
joke.
son of a gun, dude! Wow. I mean,
Dude, he just got conned, man.
like, dude, he tricked me.
Starting to. So we didn't end up taking a short rest?
No.
We did not?
Did not take a short rest.
That was a
I
mistake.
tried to bamboozle him, but somebody over here has integrity.
I tried to
Stupid
bribe
bird.
him.
I know. So the two rogues are over here lying and bribing the DM.
So, Leon,
The warlock.
you
had a
are
lot of
sitting. You are
integrity.
kind of
Yeah, right.
crouched down in this bush, and you're standing. I'm gonna say you're right next to Akrius, and you can also see Yeros and Alessandro from where you're at, and you feel like you guys are all pretty decently hidden. And then all of a sudden, all three of your teammates just like they start to like seize up, and foam starts like foaming out of their mouth, and they just fall down to the ground, and they are seized up and essentially incapacitated.
Okay, so
What do you do?
can I do like
I
a
feel like-
survival check to see like what the frig, dude?
It's an old friend.
You are like barely just like you're trying to cover your ears to this sound, and it is still incredibly loud for you. But what you're trying to roll a survival check?
Or
being
no,
filmed.
you said it was a loud sound.
It is a very like ear-shatteringly loud sound, and I'd say you can. The way this is making you feel like you weren't very far away from what happened to the rest of them.
Can shit, how far away am I from this motherfucking?
You're probably about 15, 20 feet away from this.
It's probably a bad idea, but I need him to stop. I want to. No, I'm just gonna take my bow and just try to shoot him so he can.
Okay. So really quick, this is a very large creature, though.
Oh,
It's not like I described it as a bug, but it's not a small bug.
Okay, you know
Is it
what?
considered large?
Okay, I'll do
It is
you
a
one-
large creature.
I will do you one better.
Okay.
I don't. I'm just going off of
You
the
do?
top of my brain here.
Yeah, you currently, and I'm gonna say like, although Barkuell and Leonore are still with you, I'm gonna say they also like go unconscious. You are
Okay.
the only person up right now.
Okay.
Clarification.
Are they?
we unconscious or incapacitated? Because I don't want a rules lawyer here. But
Yeah, we're looking up conditions right
There's a
now.
difference.
You are unconscious technically.
that's different.
That is
And worse.
Yeah, much worse. Open that bad boy. Okay, what is it?
Unconscious. Over here in conditions.
Oh, I'm
If
all.
it's just expanded or.
Okay.
So is it looking at me or in my direction?
It is not looking at you, but you can see it physically trying to. It is trying to like look around.
Okay, I
Currently, every once in a while, it like looks over in your direction, but it is like scanning the area.
I want to throw a rock far away, like from it, so it will go in that direction.
Okay.
Classic.
Go ahead. You find a rock relatively easily. Well, roll a survival check to find a rock. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Son of a bitch.
God damn.
One. Dead.
No
Find
rock.
dirt.
You find a rock that's too big for you to lift. I'm kidding. You do find a rock, and you chuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say roll just a regular strength check
Alright.
with advantage. You're just trying to throw a rock.
Okay.
Just trying to gauge how far you're gonna throw this rock.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
One time we need
You throw that rock 5
Kobe.
feet.
5 feet.
You throw that rock like 30, 40 feet. Like you huck this rock. Just your adrenaline of like, if this doesn't work, we're all dead kind of a feeling in your gut. So you just pick up this rock and you throw it. And
I'm half expecting him to say, "You throw it so far, the creature doesn't hear it land."
I'd be like, well, we're dead, guys. Time to
You
break
throw that
Let's
rock
hope it
so
doesn't
good.
get to that point.
It just goes into the abyss.
Breaks the atmosphere. Just leaves.
You throw it, and you hear this. Excuse me. I'm actually gonna say you see like some boulders off in the distance, and you're like, if I can hit that, it'll make a loud sound. So you throw this rock, and it hits this boulder, and you hear this like sound that kind of echoes out, and the creature immediately like and like just shifts its whole body in that direction, and just and like as it shoots forward, it just like it like hovers forward in that direction, and this huge plume of dust and fog and mist just blows up into the air, shrouding the entire place. It goes over in that direction.
It's still okay. At this point, I'm gonna try to get to my nearest party member and be like,
Akrius is right next to you. You're gonna slap him?
whoa, not hard.
Non-deadly damage.
Well, maybe do a medicine check too. I guess, you know.
Medicine check? Yeah, roll a medicine check really quick.
Alright. He's fine. I rolled a 9.
A 9?
He's fine.
He's currently unconscious. You still want to slap him?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Kat, I
Yeah,
want you
sure.
to roll me a. Well, actually, if you're hitting someone, it's just like 1 point of damage if you don't have like.
I will throw this out there that any attack that hits a creature is a crit if it's within 5 feet of the creature.
Wait, what?
If you're unconscious
Oh,
and he
yeah,
attacks
yeah.
you and hits you, anything's a crit.
It's
So-
not gonna be hard. It's just like a little.
This isn't an attack. It's
What's
just
your
like,
strength?
Hey, buddy,
What's your strength?
Slap.
It's 12.
12? That's a +1, I believe.
Pain is actually a thing.
I mean,
Yeah,
if it's a full-on strike.
So
I
you
get
slap
2
him,
damage.
Akrius, you take 1 point of damage. And
This is the second person this party you hit.
you take Akrius and you slap the foam out of his mouth. And Akrius, you feel this sharp pain as you like you come to.
And I look and I see Leon, yeah.
Yeah,
And
Leon like kind of got you by the scruff of the collar.
And I go with my nub. His face.
Take 1 point of damage, Leon.
And I said, never slap me again.
I didn't do that though.
Now slap the rest.
Just help me get these other yahoos, okay? Oh my god.
Basically, they look like that. What do you guys do right? What are you two doing right now?
doing it if you don't do
I'm gonna go up to this guy
Just demonstrate again.
and I'm gonna also lightly slap him.
Lightly slap him?
But enough to wake up.
How lightly is lightly?
I mean, is it possible to do half damage? Like half a damage?
No.
Like,
Half a damage. 0.5 damage.
then like point. Okay, then like.
Just-
Do you want to do
0.9.
damage?
Well, no.
You could slap him hard enough to not do damage.
Okay, well if it
It's an
wakes
option
him
the
up.
whole time.
Okay, you slap him hard enough to not do damage, he doesn't wake up.
God freaking.
Yeah, and you give him a real wallop to the face. Who are you waking up first?
This guy.
Okay, Yeros, you give him a real wallop to the face, and Yeros, you come to being slapped awake by
Okay.
Leon.
Yeah.
I'm probably
Did you
just
say that out loud?
cursing.
Well, no, that's what I imagined you would say.
God damn it.
And you jostle him, but he doesn't wake up.
You gotta slap
Jostle.
him like I think you gotta slap him.
I get to slap him?
Well, I mean, yeah, this is your chance.
I don't know.
I put this in here just so you guys
You just
could
kind of
beat
see
each
my.
other.
Like the three step.
You see, I'm not exactly the biggest fellow, but I'm like, okay.
With the bitch slap?
Oh,
Damn.
you're gonna backhand him, huh?
Backhand.
Yeah.
No. I take the book.
You put him in his place.
You take
dude.
1 point of damage and you come to.
I didn't know she was your sister. I mean, what? Huh?
Do you yell that loud?
What?
I hope you didn't.
I hope you
I did.
don't. Yeah.
You yelled that loud.
I did.
You
That's exactly what would have happened if Alessandro was jostled awake.
As he gets jostled awake, you see the creature, and he gets jostled awake and yells. You see that creature as he's like trying to look around the rock and he's starting to like look around. Second he yells like that, you see it just like zzz, and it's like focusing in on your guys there. You don't. It's not like he sees you yet, but you see him looking in your direction.
hide. Can we do another stealth check? Can
And
we
this-
roll well this
I
time?
have something I want to do. It's a spell, but go ahead.
I want to hide.
If you guys want to hide again, it would be a stealth check with disadvantage this time.
I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna find some leaves and I'm gonna pull those leaves off with my one hand and crumple them and start sticking it into my ears.
So once you come to, okay, yeah, you do that. Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
Sorry, I just got excited. That's what
No, that's
I
fine.
didn't mean to blurt out or anything. I'm gonna basically look to my companions and be like, wait a minute, I've got something much bigger that can distract it. An illusion, a really, really powerful illusion. Something that looks real, smells real, sounds real. I'm gonna do that of us running in a direction that we don't want to go, and then we go. Okay, great. And then I cast a spell. It is called Major Image.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of just like close my eyes and start conjuring what looks to be us, basically exact copies of us in every way. And it appears it's like a 20-foot cube, so all of us together. And I put it basically, if we were like, if this was the road, we were on this side. He threw a rock over here, so it's over here. I would put it on the road going the opposite direction that we want to go. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So essentially, it's just I'm gonna pretend like it's us stumbling out of the woods, and then like, oh shit, we see it, and then just like going away. And it has a range of 120 feet, so I'll try to just go as far as possible. Like
Okay.
reacting as if it was us seeing it coming out of the fog, like, oh shit, and then running.
I'm running. Okay.
So, and it for every sense to it, it smells like us, looks like us. As soon as it is able to interact with it, then it just pass through it.
That's cool.
Okay.
A successful physical interaction. Let's see. A creature that can use its action to examine the image, use an intelligence investigation check against my spell save DC. That's just looking at it, basically. But like
It can make
sniffing it.
an intelligence check.
If it looks and suspects that it's like an image, or for some reason, but otherwise,
It thinks it's completely real.
it depends on the creature, right? If it was a
Yeah.
kind of an instinctual creature, probably. But if it was like a really intelligent creature, it might be like.
So as it looks over, I'm gonna say you're already on top of like casting this spell, and it looks, as soon as it looks over to you, what it sees is a whole party of adventurers jumping out of the bushes and running the opposite direction, and you can see it like instinctually focus in on this group, and it all of a sudden just like these wings charge
So
up,
cool.
and it goes like starts just like flying super fast through the area. I'm gonna say that you immediately realize it's not gonna take more than like a round or two for this to catch up to your group, unless you want to try and your major image. Unless you want to, I guess technically it's an illusion, so it can move
It
as
is.
fast as you want it to. Okay. Are you trying to make it?
It
move?
doesn't have to be realistic. That's only in case, like, it would matter to something to fool.
So are you trying to make
so
it
essentially,
like?
once it goes after, I'm gonna say it's gonna be like, whoosh, and then like they dodge pretty quickly, but they're still screaming, running around, like within not like spreading out, but like they manage
Okay.
to like get it a few times. I'm really trying to confuse it.
'Kay.
Meanwhile, I'm concentrating on the spell, and I'm just like
Okay, this facade is currently working, and it's about 60 feet down the other direction of you guys.
Is it the direction that we need to go?
No,
It's the direction that you guys came from.
I grab Yeros, keep focusing on the spell, and I
Yeah, and I'm
Basically,
basically using him
lead
to
him.
see as I'm like focusing on this spell.
Are you guys getting back on the trail to run?
Oh, I think
I wouldn't.
Let's just not.
We
Let's
should
just
stay
go
in
up
the-
in the side brush or
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay. It at a certain point
Like, kinda-
just
It's a little- I know we're not quiet, but
at a certain point just before it exits your visible range, you see it go like lunging and try to put its like proboscis. Is it proboscis or proboscis?
I don't even know what you're saying.
proboscis.
Proboscis.
I'm sorry, the image I'm getting is you and your beard, like chasing things.
It, as soon as it gets its
Yes,
proboscis.
that's exactly what I'm imagining.
Bat proboscis.
It's basically what I'm describing is it's like this giant spike coming out of its like
Like a
muzzle.
mosquito.
Like a
okay,
mosquito.
okay, yeah.
But mosquitoes have like small little things. This is like a giant spike coming out of its face. Probably like 3 or 4 feet long. And it flies forward and puts its spike completely through one of your illusions.
Okay.
And that
If I could-
illusion it like swings at it, and then you think that it
Is there any way I
at
can
least
see this
understood that
happening?
one is, yeah, I'd say that's just before it
Okay.
leaves your
we'll
vision.
say that one basically is able to dodge out of the way, even if it's like would be too quick. Realistically, it's just going and then
Okay, it makes another check as soon as it interacts with one.
no, it has to use an action to investigate it, unless. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Let's see what the real deal is here, because it might be able to know. Physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion because things can pass through it. But the thing you said was that it speared it. So maybe what I'll actually do is pretend
It
like
speared it, and then it like it.
I'll pretend
would-
that it like got him, and it's like just like blood.
But you can see this thing as it speared it, and it like this
like,
creature
doing my
obviously
best.
understands that it did not feel the same way as like
Yeah. warm
as it would
target.
when it
I totally
impales a
get it.
real person.
Meanwhile,
and
I'm
it like
hoping-
slashes at it, and then you kind of see
Like-
it like
I do my best to replicate. I basically do replicate it slashing it, but if it's smart enough, it realizes.
and right at about that point is when it leaves your vision.
Okay.
You still have control of these things, but you have no idea what
I'm,
this
like-
creature is doing anymore out. So
Yeah, and I'm trying to make it run away, but at this point it might clip through branches and stuff like that because
Yeah.
I can't really see it. But meanwhile, we should be getting out of here.
so at a certain you guys are trying to how are you moving through this forest? Are you trying to be quiet or are you just like fucking
Quiet.
My thought process is his wings are so loud that it would be really hard to hear us without him stopping his wings to really listen. So the
Was
only
it-
reason why you heard the rock is because it's a frequency that's super piercing through that. But I find it hard for the creature to hear us while his wings over him are going.
Is there any sort of check we can make on this creature?
Yeah, is
Who
there
of
an
us might
intelligence check I
know
can make on that? Nature
something?
check?
I'm going to guess that it has tremor sense. That's an actual Alessandro thinking that. Because
I would be relying on any kind of studies.
it would have developed a sense to counteract its wings.
Maybe.
Well, through natural evolution it would, but these things are not natural, so.
Maybe.
It did look.
I'd say roll in an insight. How about that?
Do you want all of us?
Whoever wants to try and discern how well this thing can hear.
Natural 20.
Also a natural 20.
2 nat 20s.
7. Wow.
Unfortunately, I have a -1 to my intelligence modifier, so it's a 19.
Even with how loud its wings were,
One total.
it still managed to hear like that rock cracking against another rock, which seems to suggest that it has some kind of ability to hear outside of just hearing its own like droning sound. But also somehow it knew you were in the vicinity
To begin with.
It landed when you guys ran off the trail and hid, and it landed right where you were standing.
I blame the
Another question, kind of meta. When it made us go unconscious, was that more of like a biological effect or a magical effect? The reason why I ask is because I'm a high elf and I'm immune to magical sleep. But at the same time, like loud sounds like that are disorienting to the crystals in your head and can make you fall unconscious.
I'd say it's more of a natural effect.
Okay. Just for the next time I fail that roll.
Yeah, I'd say because it's a Constitution saving throw,
fair.
it's natural. If it were like a Wisdom saving throw, it probably would have been a magical effect.
Too easy.
Okay, so how are exactly you guys moving through this forest?
why?
Do you guys say anything?
I guess just like I'd probably be being quiet, and then I'm like, okay, I can't do it anymore. We have to just let's go.
So I stop running.
Yeah, just quietly.
Just stay put.
Okay, I want everyone to roll a stealth check for trying to
Not
move.
been rolling well today. Oh my god.
10.
21.
21. Okay. 11.
8.
Oh, you guys are rolling so bad.
Sure.
I rolled a 2 for the insight, and then I rolled a 3 for the stealth.
It was a
Just-
14. It
Just
was.
18 more rolls and you'll get a nat 20.
Maybe.
This thing's awful.
That's how it
perceptive. We'll
works.
probably just we have to fight it. Then.
So I fart again.
You guys are trying to make your way, but off of the trail, the woods are very thick. There's a lot of roots that are kind of like pulled up, and there's a lot of thick bushes and thickets that you have to try and move through. It's not easy getting through on foot through these woods, and you're having a real hard time with like one person moves a branch and then it goes back and whips the person behind him, and just difficult stuff like that. It's really hard to stay quiet. You guys are trying the best you can, but as you guys are moving for like a couple of minutes, sorry, go ahead.
Can I do like a hold action?
Yes, to do what?
I want to point at it.
Point at it?
Yeah, when I see it. It's a spell. It's a true strike spell. It just gives me an advantage on my next attack.
Okay.
that
You don't see it right now, though.
But I'm just
I'd
saying,
say
if it comes into sight,
if it comes into sight, you'll be
obviously
pointing
if
at
it
it.
surprises us or whatever,
Hold
then that
action
won't
to
work. But
cast True Strike.
yeah, as soon as I see it in my, you know what? To help out, even if we get surprised, I'll still do it. That way, there's like some consequence to the hold action as well.
I'll just say the second you see it, you are like ready. You're trying to like get your eyes on it and make sure. So you guys are trying to make your way through the thick forest, and at a certain point in time, the like thrumming sound dies down a little bit. It's still off in the distance. You can hear that it's not very far away, but it eventually dies down, and you guys feel like you're doing all right until all of a sudden, and it sounds like it passed right overhead of you guys. And as you guys continue to make your way, this thrumming sound stays with you for a bit, and it every once in a while it will like it'll die down, and then it will like get loud again, and sometimes it seems like we'll pass right over you guys, and then it seems like this thing is like sweeping the area trying to find you guys.
I'll probably just look at the treetops and be like, and just try to mention that I'm trying to stay hidden from its sight, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. As you guys continue, it's probably about 30-40 minutes of this before finally it dies down. And
Eyes are bagging now.
it seems like the buzzing sound has gone away completely.
Did it kind of fade out of?
Yeah,
Did
it
just
seemed like
stop?
it seemed like it faded out, like it traveled off
Okay.
into the distance.
It didn't just stop flying
Yeah.
20 feet away.
Do you think it was some kind of sentry?
A scout? I don't know. Could be.
That's definitely the vibe I got.
I think it's just evil.
I'm definitely looking for us. So.
Looking for anything.
And so who knows, maybe now it's reporting back that somebody's out here.
We killed the crab and the bear. One of his
The
two of his
bear?
friends. Was it a bear?
You did kill the bear back in Myriad when we blew the place up, but the third thing I think he's referring to is the ape.
Oh, the ape.
That
bear
yes.
ape.
Yes, I stabbed it through the brain.
They are not the same thing.
Bear ape. They're both furry. And fuzzy.
That's the only thing you've got.
Anyways, I'm exhausted.
Let's take.
If any
let's
of
take
you
a
are
short rest.
sensitive at all, you're gonna be really annoyed when I say that because I still haven't taken a hit point of damage. Well, correction, I took 1.
What's a hit point?
But yeah, I'm looking pristine,
I could use
but I'm
that.
complaining of
I don't know
being
I'm
what
feeling a little bit.
You
drained.
need a rest.
tired. Yeah, well, yes, I'm quite tired. We've been running all day.
Let's keep our voices down.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Okay. Should we short rest? You said.
let's just spend like a half an hour.
That's
Give me a second to take a
How about a
breather.
full hour?
How about a full hour?
Yeah, you need to take a full hour to get a long
full
rest.
60 minutes.
Oh, it is an hour.
Okay. Well,
You guys are
okay.
taking a short rest.
I'm gonna use some hit dice.
You guys find this spot in the woods that's completely covered by like the tree canopy, and you feel like you can sit down here and rest for a minute in not full assurance that you won't be spotted, but at least the reassurance you won't be spotted from the air. And as you guys sit down to take a rest, there's still this lingering mist that kind of wafts by, and this mist kind of deadens the sound in the forest, and so you don't hear any of the like natural natural cadences of sounds that you would normally. And you guys take a uncomfortable short rest.
During that, I'm gonna look up how thick is the trees? and the brush?
This one spot is pretty thick. There are parts of the forest where you can see through the canopy, but it seems to be getting a little bit thicker as you continue.
I'm gonna fly up to the top of the tree brush, but stay within the bushes of the trees or the branches of the trees. And I'm kind of just poke my head over the peak and just see what I can see valley wise.
So I'm going to say it would be really hard unless you were going to like fly all the way through and completely over the canopy. You can't just like sit and hover like this above the tree line, because your wings have to take up like all of this space to
Well,
flap.
I can fly up and then grab and then climb a little bit.
Okay. You fly up and try to grab, and you grab onto a tree, and then you climb up. I'm gonna say roll a, what is it to climb? Athletics? I think it's an athletics check to climb. Roll an athletics check.
I've been rolling so good. 10.
10. You do relatively well, especially because you didn't have you could like fly up most of the difficult climb, but you can't really find any branch that will lead you out of the canopy because they all just get too thin. I'd say you get to a certain point where you can see out of the canopy a little bit. What are you trying to look for?
Maybe to see if we're getting even close to where we're trying to go. And
Roll
if
a
there's any
perception
monsters
check with
flying around.
disadvantage.
There's two things I guess I'm trying to look for. Monsters.
So monsters and where you're going.
Yeah. Hey.
Disadvantage.
You son of a...
You son of a...
Not bad.
Is that cocked?
Um.
It's cocked.
If it's cocked, re-roll it.
It's cocked. Eh.
Okay. Yeah.
Lowest was 14 plus my perception, which makes a 17.
17. You don't see any sign of a creature flying around, and you honestly can't see more than, like, at best, 30, 40 feet because of all of the mist and fog that is hanging.
So in other words, I
you
see
don't
nothing.
really see a destination.
Alright. And then I take the rest of my long rest up there in the trees.
Okay.
Hiding.
Yeah, you guys all get a long rest. Go ahead and if
Long
you
rest now?
Sorry, short rest.
Y'all had to say, man, you are a shitty rogue.
Sorry,
You are a shit rogue.
I had to say it.
These two, I get. You, come on.
Well, I mean, I wanted to be sure.
That we got a long rest.
You wouldn't cheat the game now, would you?
It's not my fault if he makes a mistake.
I'm saving your bacon because if the DM finds out we cheated,
I get everything back in a short rest, so I'm
Oh, that's
with
good.
Short rest.
that's
I got
good.
Well, so
Did a
does
couple things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Besides,
quite useful for.
yeah. There are a few classes that get a lot of stuff back on their short rest.
Good, excellent. I need you up front. Not frozen this time, preferably.
It's not my fault.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying it was an unideal outcome.
I keep the leaves in,
He just has these.
which now
leaves
gives me
sticking out of
disadvantage
his-
on listening perception.
Are you?
They don't really do
are
that
you
much.
Okay. You seem to have something growing out of your ears.
It seems
Hygiene is important. The fungus, it gets everywhere.
It seems like I'm the only one thinking around here.
I don't know what his definition of thinking is, but I'm just trying to survive, honestly.
Alright. Shall we?
You guys continue. Eventually, you finish your short rest. And not nearly as peaceful as other short rests you've taken, just because of the anticipation of something stumbling upon you guys. But eventually you do, and you continue making your way through the brush of the forest. At certain points, the brush and thickets and I just had a brain fart. The brush and thickets and
Bushes, leaves, grass, creep.
roots. That's the word I was looking for. They go through phases of like dying out and getting less, and then getting really thick in certain spots, and eventually you get who's taking lead. Alessandro, roll a survival check.
Oh boy.
You got this, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, what's your bonus, Alessandro?
I don't know what my bonus is.
16.
16. You eventually get into this kind of rhythm of finding where, like following these areas of less like vegetation, and it starts to get a little bit easier trying to make your way through this area. But it's probably it's some unknown amount of time of traveling. It could have been 30 minutes, it could have been an hour, it could have been 2 hours of traveling before you guys finally see up ahead a break in the tree line.
Oh god. Here we go.
And there, from where you are currently, you can't see more than probably 15 feet out from the tree line, and it's just all fog at that point. But you're probably still like 30 feet away from the tree line, but you can't quite see past that. It's just gray. A sheet of gray past these trees.
Well, Leon, should you and I go forward and maybe see if we can see anything a little bit closer? Quietly?
With your sharp eyes.
You do have that sharp eyes, and most of the time
And a
you're
sharper
very-
tongue.
He is quite quick-witted.
Right. Very
It was that hold action to think many moons back.
What's a hold action?
It never ends.
Um,
I'm still thinking all this time.
I can go alone, but I'm just saying your skill set is useful.
We won't be far behind you.
I'll go, I guess. I'll go. I don't want
So we're going to.
If you're feeling a little worried, don't feel that worried. Touch guidance.
No, thank you.
Never does that to me. Oh well. Anyways,
It feels like a whisper.
there are so many different types of whispers in the world.
Yeah.
There's a
Kind of
loud
whisper.
whisper. Like,
Up to my own interpretation.
It's just almost it's hard to even make out, but it might sound like a word or something, and it's
is it
quiet.
like intimate?
Yeah, that's what you go to.
It's not intimate.
So
not
what
not in
are
a
you
way
doing?
you might be insinuating.
What are you doing then?
So we're going
Guidance.
to
Just
myself
casting
and Leon.
guidance on him. Actually, for you, the whispers sound kind of encouraging. So kind of like, yes.
I can't.
Like the whisper of a.
Myself
I'm
and-
not gonna go. Just yeah.
I'll save you. Myself and Leon are gonna roll for stealth
Yeah.
checks.
Yeah,
Try to be
okay.
very sneaky, get up to the edge, and
Okay.
just see if
What
we
were
can.
you casting on him though?
Guidance.
Guidance, Cat. Cat, you guys go ahead and roll stealth checks, the both of you.
So if you want, sorry,
that.
I know everybody knows this. So you can roll d4 to an ability check if you want.
Yeah, I will.
All right.
And
I
don't
will.
Believe me.
Can do
I
it before or
fucking
after
will.
you make the ability. Yeah. I know you already made it. And it was terrible.
Okay, so that is a 13.
13.
God, freaking algorithm is
Can I
destroying me
use
today.
my reaction
algorithm for
to
sure.
realize how loud he's been and stop him from coming with me?
I'm gonna say
I'll
he just
actually burn my
goes
reaction
with you.
to do that. Damn it! All right.
Honestly, I'd say that is like throughout that is the result of like the entire
The entire
travel.
action. Okay,
So you've
that's
just
yeah.
been kind of mildly
fair.
annoyed at him the whole time.
extremely. I got a 25.
You start
my
like
God.
sneaking very quietly, and you just hear this and you look behind you, and you just see Leon just and his shoes are just squeaking a little bit.
Can I take
audible
off my
eye roll.
shoes or something?
Just kind of like I just give you one of these things of like
You continue forward, and now his shoes go.
I look back at you and I just kind of point at you, and then I keep going.
You're oblivious.
You're
Sneak it in.
for the viewer's sake, I just cast True Strike on you.
Oh, of course you did. I knew it.
So you guys make your way probably about, what I say, like 30, 35 feet to the tree line. And do you go any further than the tree line?
Can we see, hear, detect, sense?
Roll perception checks at that point.
Oh my god, another roll. Okay. 23. What?
God, I'm glad I brought you.
Eagle eyes.
Eagle eyes indeed.
You really brought him.
As you guys get to the tree line,
They know we're here, but we see them.
there is you're trying to peer into this like blanket of gray fog. You can see the ground changes from forest into just a grassy field kind of really suddenly, and it just goes out into this grayness, into nothing. And but at a certain point the fog breaks a little bit, and you see these large stone walls that are kind of tucked up into this caldera cliff. And at the center of these stone walls is a large gatehouse with a drawbridge that's down, and these two reinforced gates that are slightly ajar, but this looks almost like a keep. You guys have seen castles and keeps before, and this looks like it could be the walls of like a small town or a keep that is very well fortified. And just behind these walls are light plumes of black smoke kind of rising up into the air. Not very thick or anything like that, just very light black smoke that seems to be coming from something behind there. And on either side of the gatehouse are these banners that hang from the top, and it says they have this decorated font that says TC on these banners. One of the banners is half burnt away. What do you guys do? Oh, sorry. With that perception check, it is dead quiet around here. There's not a bird chirping. There's not a gust of wind. It is just incredibly eerily silent.
So we'll be trying to go in there.
First of all, you guys aren't back yet.
I was about to say we'll go
So you're
back
trying to go in there?
to the group.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. I just had a brain fart.
So we're going back in there?
Yes, we're going in there.
Okay, great.
It's very quiet. Looks like there might have been
Anybody have a light source?
combat or a battle.
I have
Oh.
a torch.
Can I borrow a torch from somebody?
Yes.
Okay, I light up a torch.
It's not, so really quick, it's not currently dark enough. You can light up a torch if you
In
want.
anticipation of going to... Okay, I'll just wait until we get...
You can if you want, but
I'll
I'm
just
I'm
wait,
just
I'll
saying
just wait.
it's not dark enough to
Oh,
for
wait.
your character to think that you need to light a torch.
I don't have
I was just
a torch.
anticipating. Oh, he doesn't have
Okay.
a torch. Okay, just...
I have a lantern
Oh, that's even better.
hooded.
It's much better actually.
That is much better.
I'll let you borrow
It's
it.
not, what I'm trying to say is it's not
for that?
nighttime.
It's just foggy.
Got it.
It's
I
just
did-
really dark overcast.
Okay.
It's still some time in the day. You're not sure what time.
I have a candle.
Well, shoot, guys.
I
What do you think? You go in?
I feel like we have been
We'll have to
traveling
investigate.
for quite some time.
Oh, yeah. We should, like, actually sleep.
I would like to. Maybe we fall back a little bit, spend some extra time finding a nice hidden campsite,
Quality time.
rest up, come up with a good plan, and hit it at first light.
Okay.
The problem is we don't have much time left. The longer we take, the more the people of the city are taking hits.
I mean, it's just my recommendation, but I believe all of us have taken, well,
How
all
long
of
has
you
it been
have
since
taken
our
a lot of
last
hits
long rest?
recently.
Hasn't it been almost
That
a
short
full
rest
day of travel?
Pretty much.
Roll an
back to where I
intelligence
need to
check.
be.
Anyone who wants to try and discern how much time has gone by, you can roll an intelligence check.
21.
21,
6.
6.
Come on, dude.
You rolled the same I did.
That was cocked. How is it cocked in the website? I rolled a 7.
7.
Hyper realistic digital
Boom.
dice.
There we go. D&D Beyond's just being salty now.
Dude, do you imagine if Wizards of the Coast just made it to where everybody's dice start, like, especially if, like, me.
Oh my god.
I paid for a
funny.
year subscription and then canceled, so I'm not
Just
re-upping, and so
screw
for the
your
next year I just have shit digital
Just
dice.
shit rolls. Just averages low
Yeah.
all the time.
Oh, that'd be brutal.
That they could do that.
They
They
could.
wanted to be petty about it. They could do that. It seems like it's been somewhere in the vicinity of 6 to 9 hours since you guys
Oh,
left.
yeah, we tired. I'm tired.
Yeah, I think we.
Since we our last camp.
Since your last camp, yeah. You guys have been.
Which, you know what happened there.
I'm just saying that gives us a couple more days or a couple more hours of whatever this depressing fucking
think-
weather is
I
to
think
find a nice place.
We all need it. Like, we need this.
I'd much rather go in prepared than.
What are you going to prepare?
Our brains.
Unfortunately, I have to sleep for my magic to come back. I can't just bleed it out of my veins.
Oh my god.
That wasn't insulting at all, by the way. It wasn't supposed to come off that way, at least.
See,
My guy took very much offense.
Well, Alessandro's
All right.
oblivious to whatever just
the
happened.
vibe is off, gentlemen. Let's just
Yeah,
take the
yeah.
frickin' night off. I don't even care that much. They die. It's whatever. I'm tired. Sorry, I'm just tired.
You care.
He's obviously grumpy and tired.
I'm just grumpy, guys.
You guys,
Little
watch
chicken
this.
babies.
You know, executive decision. We're taking the long rest.
The party leader has spoken.
Who made you
Yes.
leader of this outfit?
Who are you?
You just see this old, like, homeless guy, like, oh shit! Just jumps into some bushes.
Egyptian gremlin
Alright.
his appearance.
Long rest, standard watches.
Yes.
I recommend we find some time to find a campsite that's
Yeah.
already kind of. It doesn't
Sorry,
have to.
I had to quote "Oh brother, where art thou?" I just had to.
Right, absolutely. I want to find. I want to try. I don't want to go out of our way to do it, but I would like to spend either some time making it harder to find the campsite and/or finding a campsite that just kind of has natural barriers.
Can we do like a survival check in this?
Yeah, anyone who wants to try and help out with that, do a survival check.
Nah.
Now that I've come up with the idea, somebody else do it.
Finally! It was at a 2, and then it
You
switched
have to
a
roll it,
12.
'cause you
I rolled
suggested
a
it.
19
No, I don't.
for survival.
19 total.
Suggesting someone do it.
And
Oh.
Nope.
Wow.
Gonna be me all day.
Bad.
I'm changing dice.
Bro,
I wish I could
I'm not
show
rolling.
you guys.
oh no. I read about it in books.
Right.
Getting your other dice set.
Yep. I'm over it.
So one of the things that I really want to start 3D printing, and I've already have the STL files, is little dice cages,
Oh yeah.
dice jail.
Dice jail.
Yeah, you,
There's like a dunce hat
You
you can
done
get and a
fucked
stool
up.
and stuff. You're done, Rob.
You're out of here.
You.
So you're trying to find a place that you can camp that has like natural cover and kind of natural barriers.
Yeah, like a
specifically
grove or
is.
something that had like obstacles away from the trail, like between us and the trail, that or stuff that would make it easier for us to know if somebody was approaching, like loud sticks or just
Yeah.
something along those lines. Like I said, role playing. Alessandro's read about this in books a lot. I actually don't know how to do this
Okay.
at all.
He told someone else to do it.
I'm telling Leon to do this.
Oh my god.
Leon, you are. How much background do you have? Do you feel you have with like being in the woods and stuff like that?
I mean, I have a family of thieves, you know. Part
So none, because they were all downtown.
Yeah.
well, I mean,
But you're kind of more of like a city slicker. City slicker.
depends on who you ask, you know.
Okay.
There's gardens in the city.
Yeah, we got
Regardless, you're
gardens.
perceptive of things that would make noise and things that would be obstacles to get through. And after about an hour or two of searching around, you do finally find a spot that it's kind of like there's like a small 10-foot circumference, like little circle where there's not really any trees growing right there, but all around it is a particularly thick, dense patch of trees and bushes all the way around it. So it's actually pretty difficult for you guys to get in there. But once you get in there, just from how difficult it was for you to get in there, you realize it would be difficult for anything else to get in there too. And you guys find your way into this spot and figure it has good tree cover and bush cover, and figure it might be a good place to lay down for the night.
Here.
Excellent work.
And you can see that it is starting to get darker as time proceeds from this point.
No,
Excellent work indeed.
no fires.
I'm like getting
No
the brush
fires.
off me from
No
crawling here.
fire.
No fires?
I mean, well, if you can conceal it.
Well, hopefully, what's it? Leonore?
Lenore?
Hopefully Leonore can just pop up her tent.
I'd say yeah, she takes the time to
Okay.
pop that up
Yeah.
for you
Well,
guys.
I'll
Well, she has
also I'm gonna do something I haven't been able to do yet, and I'm going to start ritual casting a spell for an hour before going into whatever or before going to sleep. I don't know, for an hour it takes. It's Find Familiar.
Find familiar?
Sure is.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So for a while there, I'm like
It takes an hour.
have the book out in front of me, and I'm like turning pages,
So everyone has
like drawing things with the wand and stuff.
okay.
Takes a while, but I'm able to do it.
Okay, so everyone
Hour and
is
10 minutes.
yeah, everyone is
Interesting.
kind of sitting to themselves, trying to like get their stuff in order, and
I'm watching him
you're watching him, and
over his shoulder.
you are doing, and eventually the spell goes off. Describe to me how the spell goes off, what it looks like, and what your familiar is.
The spell basically is very thematically similar to all the rest in that it doesn't look like defined bright colors of things. It's just kind of like visual distortion with some wisp of color. And I've like drawn this magic circle, and there's kind of like, it's like I've kind of built this thing out of magic, like little tendrils of stuff connecting to like a singular. It's very strange looking and might not make much sense, but at the very end of it, it just kind of seems like an energy shoots through the whole thing, and instantly just bat forms.
A bat?
Yeah.
Dope. You guys kind of see this bat just like fluttering there in the air, kind of
It's
out of nowhere.
adorable. What's his name?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're one of them. I got it.
This is a tool. It's not.
I go sit down. I already had to watch the bear die, or assume the bear died, and I had to.
Bear?
The goddamn bear.
Was it a bear or was it an ape?
He's talking about the bear at
Dude, that
Yeros.
headbutt knocked you.
What? Shit.
Leonore messed you up with that headbutt, man.
So the night continues to get, unless anyone wants to talk about anything specific.
That was messed up.
I sulk. I go by myself.
Okay.
I'm just kind of sulk for a minute.
Such
I
as
go,
tieflings
I'm gonna
do.
walk over to you and be like,
Such as tieflings do.
that is true.
I was a tiefling.
I'm gonna
Cutting
walk,
myself.
Right.
now we have to do a trigger.
Now we
warning.
have to
Trigger warning.
We really do.
Between that and a semi-questionable.
Oh my god.
I
that
was
shit.
trying to just be frothy.
You know what? We should
trying to
probably
be
do like a
frothy.
trigger warning on all of our, you know.
But
I have no filter.
Thanks, Randy.
God, Randy.
I have my swoop out.
Oh my god.
It's all right for all the people that are listening now, and that's been bleeped out. It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
I can
my
always
Chemical
just.
Romance.
It's not the first thing I've cut out of the video.
You hear that? So say whatever you want, guys.
Please don't, because it is
funny,
actually
though.
difficult cutting things out and making it
Black
work.
Veil Brides, you know.
Yes. Sir.
Anyways,
Okay.
so you head over to Akrius.
yeah, I walk over to you and so I walk up and just bashful, like kind of uncomfortable and so. How's it going?
I don't know. Have I bled enough for you?
Oh.
So you see, that's what I came over to talk about. Alessandro doesn't. I'm very ashamed looking. He doesn't act humble or humility's not really his thing. He's just like, I didn't mean it like that. I was more actually impressed at the. I don't know much about sanguinancy or whatever it's called, and it just came out the wrong way. And I'm sorry. I did not mean any offense, and I find your magic very impressive, actually. And I did not mean any offense by that. All right, good talk, good talk. Can I just kind of kick the rock and walk back towards the rest of the camp? Fucking broody ass tiefling. Always no.
This
Are we
is.
doing D&D racism right now?
No.
Well,
kind
get
of.
there.
I mean, they literally look like devils. Of course, they're
Yeah.
kind of a little.
They're-
You gotta be a little
We're
grungy.
going into our stereotype.
I suppose it's a little stereotypical, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what does anyone else do before you guys take the night?
I'm just watching these yahoos.
So, does it have like a number designation? Is that like number 17? Or do you not even care that much?
It's a bat.
You're a bird.
No, I'm Yeros. This is a bat.
I'm gonna call him Yeros Jr.
Nah, it's not handsome enough.
Like your brother or something.
I just let you nod approvingly, and then I go get in my rug and just go to bed.
It's not even breathing.
As I come
It
in, I
hangs
see
from my,
it.
from my wrist. It just,
your name?
just hangs there. Still a second. Listen, this is just to help us through the night watch. I didn't plan on getting all emotional. I just wanted to have another tool at the disposal.
Taylor.
It's a bat.
Is that the same thing that Barkuell uses?
The bat's
Just a
name,
different method, yeah.
The bat's
basically.
name is Taylor.
Well, I don't know, his is a
Barkuell
little-
holds up his little thing, and like
That's a little
you see this
bit.
dead ferret with like mushrooms for eyes and shit, and
Mushrooms for eyes?
mushrooms like coming out of its eye
This one can
sockets.
fly. And then it just flies off.
You guys kind of hear something like muffled because I'm in my sleep. But I'm like, if we got a squeak, let's call it a squeaker. I like squeaker.
I guess I'll take first watch.
Okay. Everyone settles down for the night. Do you guys make a fire?
No.
No fire.
I
You
said no
dumbass.
fire.
God damn.
It's very cold out here.
I know your tricks. No,
It's
wear
very
a
cold
fire.
out here.
Wear more fire. No, wear a fire.
It's quite chilly.
What I
It is
say.
quite chilly.
No. Shush.
Okay.
No
It's fine.
fire.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
And then
You
Swear to
guys
God.
settle down. You guys settle down to take your rests, and Yeros stays up for the first watch, and that's actually where we're gonna end or take our first break.
Okay.
I was like,
that's it. Go
That's
home.
where we're ending. End of the campaign.
good game, guys.
They were never seen again
It's
because
just-
they've embedded in a
We
carnivorous pine tree trap.
We end on an awkward ass note.
Anyways, welcome back.
It's not gonna work. We're back.
Welcome back to the game. Let's get started right into it. You guys settled down for a long rest. And I believe Yeros is taking the first watch. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay, I will. By the way, I'm kind of doing this through the bat.
Oh, okay.
It has echolocation,
Okay.
and it has keen hearing, which gives it advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing.
Okay.
So, I guess, should I roll? Should that
So,
be for
roll a
something
perception
like,
check.
Yeah, I'll just roll a perception.
Roll a perception check from. So you need to pull up the bat stat blocks.
Okay, and it would be a was that a wisdom skill?
Perception is perception a wisdom?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Perception's a
Yeah.
Wisdom, so that was a 13 plus 14.
14. Your bat goes flying around, and
got-
you are.
In a pretty wide circle.
Yeah, you are kind of taking in its perspective. You can actually see through its vision, and it's flying around.
quiet.
It is quite a surreal experience to be flying through the perspective of something else and not being able to like physically control it,
Right.
Or flying at all.
or like actually being the one doing the
I
flying.
give it the mental command, but I don't execute it.
Yeah, you don't execute it.
I'm driving a robot.
And
What's a
so
robot? Sorry.
it goes flying around, and there is, you don't hear anything, and through the echolocation you don't really sense anything either. And at this time, I should say, you guys probably retreated probably about 3/4 to a mile away from the tree line in order to find this place. So you're quite a ways away from Terra Corp. You don't sense with that any animals. You don't even sense any bugs around. Like, it is, there is like nothing out here other than the woods and the creatures that you've seen so far. But yeah, that's about it.
I'll bring it back to me. Since I can choose the form, it looks like. It doesn't have eyes. Instead, it has those tendrils of smoke coming out.
The bat? Yeah. Those little tendrils of smoke like coming out of its
Because it's
eyes.
a magical
Raise
creature.
eye sockets, just
Yeah.
smoking a little bit.
Just kind of like, just like drifting out of its.
Edgelord 9000.
I thought you said I
Definitely.
was creepy.
I love it.
Well, I have to make sure I know. I'm just thinking like.
I think it has to be like a
Animal
fake.
form I choose. Never mind. It just looks like how it looks like.
Okay.
It doesn't look like you
blind
can
bat.
just make it look weird.
Yeah, you can't make it look like.
I instead
really
tried to do that on the bat with
Okay.
some silly man. It doesn't work.
Barkuell,
Okay.
Barkuell and Squee are kind of a special case. There.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so that's how I spend the watch.
Okay. Yeah, nothing really happens. Do you pick someone else to take watch?
Yeah.
Who do you pick?
Leon.
How did I fucking know you were gonna select
I mean, at some point in time, you're going to be selected. There's only 4 of you here right now.
Okay, I'm ready.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Alright, D&D Beyond. Okay, alright, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you settle down into the dark and quiet. Your night vision, even with really great night vision, you still can't see very far out into the woods because of this fog. And about 30 minutes into your watch, you feel like you start to see fog kind of like wisping in directions, or you'll look and then you'll think you'll see a little wisp of fog and you'll look that direction and it seems like it looks normal, and then eventually you see another little wisp over there and you look over and it doesn't seem like the fog is like being pushed or pulled around, but it's very disconcerting to you.
Like giant clouds of wisps, or just tiny.
No, it's almost like you think you see like a little wisp and you look over and it just looks like normal fog. There's no like disturbance or anything like that.
Okay. Well, is it still like freaking quiet?
It's dead quiet.
Can I make a?
Other than a little bit of snoring you hear.
I don't know. Can I make like a nature checker or something?
It's
On the
nature.
wisps, on the clouds.
Yeah, go ahead. Nature check.
That's not great. That's a 9.
9.
Freaking clouds.
You're not sure.
Some nice clouds.
You're not really sure. You kind of blow it off maybe as nothing or a lot.
I think I want to be like, make sure I'm under a tree or something, enough cover.
This whole area is like under
Okay.
under full foliage, and the like the whole like over top of you is covered by canopy. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay.
So you guys are pretty well hidden. You feel pretty confident that you found a space in which you can lay and stay really hidden from most of the things around you.
I guess. I don't know. Unless anything else happens, I'll just keep to myself.
Okay. Those things kind of subside after just a few of them, and it goes back to normal after a bit. And eventually, you feel like you've taken enough time to necessitate picking someone else for the watch.
Don't think too hard about it.
I'll poke him.
I come out of my meditation very well rested after my long rest. Went out.
Your turn. Never realized that.
Okay.
So I'd say you need to rest for 4 hours. Like you need to meditate for 4 hours. That's what it is. You currently have a long rest.
I am.
I'll let you go ahead and do that super quick.
Done. Did you say anything weird?
Some cloud shit.
Go to bed.
You're
tired.
Alright.
Cool.
Okay. You also settle in for a while of shift.
But I have a bottle in my hand.
A bottle?
Just a bottle.
Of what?
It's just a gray metallic, looks tin bottle.
Okay.
I just have that handy.
Is there anything specific in the bottle, or it's just a bottle?
Well, I mean, there is, but I only want to tell you if I use it.
Okay.
But you know I have it. I got permission from you. Way
Okay.
back when.
You have a bottle. Okay. You sit down and start to pay attention to your surroundings. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
14.
14. You sit there watching out into the grayness out past the trees. And eventually you feel like you think you see just in the corner of your eye a person move. As you look over, you don't really see anything. And then you think you see it again in the other corner of your eye. And you look over, like, in that direction. And once again, that's just trees and fog.
How often am I noticing this? Like,
It probably happened so far twice in the course of like 5 minutes.
okay, I'm gonna do nothing. But if I feel like it's getting more persistent or closer or more consistent, I guess, then I might do something if I notice that. But if not, if it just stays the way it is, I'm just gonna continue to monitor it. But I'm assuming we're all very close. You said it was only like a 10 square foot.
Yeah, it's only like a 10 square
Okay.
foot like thing. You guys are all camped up pretty close together.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just.
So you're
Continue to
pretty
monitor.
easily within like arm's reach of grabbing anybody you need to. Probably another 10 or 15 minutes goes by and you're staring off into the distance. You find yourself just staring in one direction for a minute. And then you see a form in the mist kind of move. And it's almost like you see the mist moving in like a humanoid shape.
Spooky. You said about 45 minutes into my watch.
So you're probably about 45 minutes into your watch. You kind of see this. You kind of see the mist almost look like it takes on some kind of form, and it, for a brief second, it moves like you can see like limbs and featureless like humanoid form, and it just kind of moves like it moves an arm, and then it dissipates out back into fog.
I'm going to kind of very quietly either scoot or roll over to Akrius and just very gently just kind of wake you up. There's something in the fog. I'm kind of pointing the direction, and I just quiet and then wait again.
You sit there in the darkness and you are looking deep into the fog. You have dark vision, right? You're looking deep into this fog, and you're looking at one spot for such a long time that it's almost like your vision starts to tunnel vision a little bit into this one spot. You're studying it intently, and for a bit nothing happens. And then suddenly you two see the fog almost briefly take this featureless humanoid form and move just slightly, like it's walking to the left just a little bit, and then like back to just mist in the air.
Nature check. Trying to find out if it is Fey, Fiend, or Undead from my knowledge of those creatures.
So is it getting closer?
It doesn't, I'll get to that in a second. It doesn't look like it is advancing or retreating. It just looks like it takes a form, and it just makes a small movement, and then it dissipates. Some kind of like inconspicuous, like small movement, like moving an arm to one side or something. Go ahead and roll. You have advantage on the roll?
If it's Fey, Fiend, or Because that's what I'm trying to determine.
Or if you're trying to discern if it is one of those.
Yeah, so 18 plus 3 is 21.
21. 21. There are definitely reports of creatures of different types of apparitions, such as ghosts. Ghosts are pretty well documented. And in fact, you guys have come across the ghost already in this adventure. There are also different things that take on forms, such as these that you've heard tales about, but sometimes they call them shades or a whole bunch of other words that kind of all just resemble the same thing as a ghost. But you also know about like elementals, such as like air elementals that can, it's just like a creature made out of like gusts of wind and stuff like that. This doesn't ping as anything specific that you can recall, though. Whatever this is, it's not like immediately obvious that it is something that you know about.
Okay. And we're in the tiny hut.
You guys are in the tiny hut.
Okay.
I can take the last watch so you can rest. But
I can do my part. As long as we stay inside this hut, we should be fine. I'll keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't linger.
Well, basically, meta-wise, I woke you up before the end of my watch, so I just want to make sure that you...
Yeah, he still has like another hour and 15
Yeah.
minutes of his watch.
But I'm basically seeking your advice on, like, what we should do.
I don't think it's... Keep an eye on it and wake me up in an hour. If it's still there, then we'll come up with another plan. And I roll back over.
You continue the rest of your watch, and you probably see this phenomenon again, maybe once more before the end of your shift. And it's not... They're just moving out in the distance. It's not like they are... You can't really seem to see if they're closer or further away, or if they're coming closer, going further away.
If there's
It's just...
one, or if there's multiple.
Yeah,
just
if there's
kinda
one, you can't really discern anything like that. It's always just a brief moment of taking a form, moving just a little bit, and then the form just evaporates away. And eventually your shift comes to an end.
Alright. So I'll wake you back up, report what happened, and then I'm gonna stay awake because I'm up anyways. So now we can have 2 people on watch.
So you didn't see it again?
Here and there. It's hard. It doesn't feel dangerous.
Does Yeros have his bat out there?
Bat's asleep.
You see the bat just
The
like
appearance of asleep.
sleeping on his like shoulder.
I wonder if we could have the bat go out and just see what happens.
Unfortunately, the familiar takes commands from its master. We have to wake him.
Suppose you could roll Arcana.
I don't know much about familiars. My character doesn't. Nope.
I'm assuming I know a decent.
You're not sure.
I have 5 levels of wizard. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think. I'm just gonna say you know that it is. Let's take a look.
Because we wouldn't be able to like see through it or anything. Even if we could ask it to go do something, we wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, no.
See
It
through it
wouldn't
really,
listen
but-
to you.
But we could watch it get attacked. That's aggressive.
Or we could just not.
Then again, he did spend an hour making it.
He doesn't seem to care much about it though.
No, that's true too. He didn't even want to name it.
No, he didn't want to give it a number.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what makes him dangerous. Which is good for us.
Okay.
I just feel like he's conducting an identity theft.
While we're talking, I'm gonna be keeping an eye out on like the foggy area.
Okay. I'm gonna say both of you roll a perception check now.
Ooh, yeah.
13.
Best roll of the day. 22.
22.
What the?
You guys are keeping. You guys are keeping an eye out into the dark and gray, foggy forest, and you see it once or twice more, where this form appears in the fog and makes a small movement and then dissipates almost immediately into just still fog again. But then, and you probably see it, like I said, twice more in the course of about 15 minutes. And then you guys don't see it again for the rest of your watch. And you get to a point where you feel like you've taken the rest of your watch, but it is still dark and the sun has yet to, at least the ambient light has yet to rise in this area. It's still dark.
Do you feel well rested?
God, I feel fine. Do I feel fine, DM?
You feel all right.
Are these guys still asleep or are they naturally waking?
Honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if I didn't get all my 8 hours. I was fine.
No, but like,
They're still,
Alessandro,
the
legit.
two of these guys are still sleeping if you haven't woken them yet.
If I remember right, this tent spell thing collapsed right at 8 hours. So if we think we need to wake up everybody up early before that happens to prepare themselves for anything, now's the time to make that decision.
Might be. If that's legit. Can I roll an Arcana? If I know if this hut falls away after 8 hours.
I'd say it's a common enough spell that you, although you probably can't cast the spell directly, you know about the spell,
Okay.
and it does last only 8 hours. It
Okay.
will pop after 8 hours.
Okay. And it hasn't popped.
It hasn't popped yet.
I say
Plus, we've been using it quite a
yeah,
while.
like every night,
Yeah,
essentially. I say we let them rest, and if you need to get any more shut-eye, feel free. Might as well take up advantage of the spell's safety.
I feel fine.
You guys sit for about another hour before the spell finally pops. And right at about sometime around that same time, the ambient light starts to come up. And you realize you're probably a little bit off on the amount of time of your watches from the beginning. But you guys all eventually come to. Go ahead and mark... take a lot. Go ahead and hit your long rest, and also mark off a trail ration. Actually, I'm going to say mark off 2 trail rations because I don't think I had you do it for the last night's sleep. After
Yeah,
the fight.
because we did fight and never had a chance to eat.
So, in that case, that kind of setups you. How's it going?
Fine, Alessandro.
You wouldn't happen to have any more of those bugs?
Those bugs, he asks. Yeah, no.
Shame.
In fact, I don't think there's any bugs here at all.
That is kind of weird. I noticed, I picked up on that as well. Anyone
And
else?
I've got about, I've got 1 left.
I would not eat any bugs from this land.
You got 1 bug left?
Ration.
Oh, a trail ration.
I'm running low myself, so we can get this done.
Do you not
for
have
3
anything to
days.
eat? Unfortunately, no. I don't.
What minus did it put you into?
-1.
What about you, Barkuell?
I had one.
Oh,
But
okay.
if we were using
So
two,
this would be your first day not having a trail ration.
correct.
Oh god.
Which means I take a level of exhaustion.
cooked, right?
Or you could
Or did he
hunt.
cast?
Hunt?
Not yet.
Or
Here?
I'll tell you. What were you saying? Sorry.
I was wondering if Barkuell had.
and I pull out a pack of lambus bread and throw it at him.
If
And I don't take another
Barkuell can
ration.
cast
Frodo.
Goodberry, then that would maybe be something.
And leaves,
Perhaps.
packaged in leaves.
But I can't make that decision.
He can. I don't know. I kind of have a hard time.
Thanks.
I'll say yeah. Barkuell can cast Goodberry because I think he
5
has
left.
it, and he can feed you some of the good berries.
Oh.
So I'd say you get enough.
Keep your trail ration and
Give me back my bread.
Your hard tack.
there's one comment. God damn, it's Mr. Sensitive over here.
Who doesn't pack their lunch?
It didn't have a lot to sell. I
Remember to
didn't
pack a
exactly
sandwich?
get the chance because I wasn't
hard.
fucking here.
We just left a town.
But Jeff wasn't there.
Oh, you. That's right.
You can
Let's. Sorry, I forgot you weren't there at that game.
I do have 350 GP, so it's not like I'm.
Yeah, go ahead and buy.
That's funny.
I'd say you can buy 3 trail rations.
So give myself 2. then.
Yeah, give yourself
Okay.
2 trail rations.
Sweet.
At the cost of like, I think it was 5 silver per trail ration.
And it was like a gold.
It's like a gold for 2
Oh, they're
trail rations.
charging extra.
They
because of the-
because they had to be ration their stuff out. They charged a little extra for their trail rations. So it's like a gold for 2.
That's a lot more than one. No, I'm trying to. I don't know how Don't mind me. I'm doing D&D Beyond coin, and I have no idea how it works.
Okay.
One in the GP.
You guys are up and ready to go. What do you guys do?
Panic.
There you go.
What did you
One coin.
What did you guys see? Exactly.
Yeah, what happened?
Nothing.
You two went? I thought you two went.
What? No, I saw.
He's talking
those-
about going to Terra Corp.
Oh, TerraCorp.
Yes, the where we need to go.
It was like dead. You know, there were vague stacks of black smoke, like very vague, but overall it was
What was the smoke coming from?
dead quiet. Not exactly.
The banner
sure.
was on fire. Had been burnt. There's
Yeah.
2 TerraCorp banners. One of them had been burnt in half.
Did it look like an attack?
You did see that there was some smoke from behind the walls.
They're behind the walls.
That's what he said.
You didn't take any glimpse on the other side of the.
It was a high wall.
How high?
High. I don't what.
Probably somewhere around
30
30
very
feet
descriptive.
tall.
feet tall, dude.
So there's the canyon walls come in on both sides, and there's a very decent fortification up front.
Alright.
30 feet,
Is there
but it's
still need for
probably
stealth?
insert distance from the wood line to the wall through a flat land.
With the amount of
Probably
crap.
about 50 to 60 feet.
50, 60 feet between
it
the
look
tree
open?
line. Gate will open. A cascading gate. What is it called?
That's called a drawbridge.
Thanks.
Alessandro.
So there was a drawbridge. There was a drawbridge, and then there was an actual gate that was like slightly ajar.
Yeah.
So the drawbridge. It was closed.
Drawbridge.
I'm
down,
sorry, it's
gate open.
Okay,
Very abandoned.
here's what I think.
Guess
We
we
should not go in
I've got
through
this
the
little,
main.
this little guy.
The back.
He can look for me.
I can fly up.
that.
Isn't that right? Bad.
Thing to.
The bat's just like just
I
starts
also
squeaking.
have, this won't take long, but I have a hypothesis on potentially what's happening.
Word. That word. What? I pop.
I have a theory.
Did you ever go
Technically,
to school?
hypothesis.
No, I'm
is the
smart.
right
I would know
Let's-
what hypothesis is. Okay. I have 16 intelligence.
Yeah, you're chilling, dude. You're almost as smart as I am. Goddamn.
We're good.
Let's
We're
walk
good.
and talk, shall we?
All right.
Walk quietly though.
We've
There's
all
ghostly like things
We've all
out
noticed
there.
no bugs, no animals, no humans, no
nothing.
creatures, except for these crazy abomination things.
Centipedes.
Pretty much.
Well,
Giant monkeys.
we're starting to run into more creatures that have like humanoid
Yeah.
aspects to them. The crab thing with the arms, and then the beetle with the DM's face. Like,
What's a DM?
I just feel like it's.
Dick meter.
I feel like maybe there's a magic that is like combining things, or I mean, based off of all the reports, like nobody's heard from TerraCorp. Anybody who's come up here has disappeared. Now,
You think all the humans there that were turned into abominations?
Well, they're gathering. They're not killing. They're gathering the humans from the towns and the company, and so whatever's doing this, I feel like it's transforming those things, those humans, into these things.
It's pretty gross.
I mean, it's possible, but we need more information to go on. There could be abominations from a whole other realm that are coming through a portal.
True. And we could also be not murdering, but killing the family members of the town folk.
I think they would want to be killed.
They're well gone, dude.
Just saying
They're
that
past.
there's reverses to most curses.
Yeah, but they don't seem to be themselves. They seem to be intelligent. Just like
Food for
the demon that we fought, the crab demon.
Just throwing it out there. It
That
spoke.
crab demon was mighty murderous. Let me just.
Even the flesh monsters seem to have some sense of intelligence.
That flesh monster was mighty murderous as well. Let me also say.
Say that one more time. Now I'm gonna get mighty murderous.
Yeah, someone's salty. Did you get enough sleep last night?
Got plenty of sleep.
Too much sleep.
I'm
just
just so
hate-
concerned about my sleep.
I hate repeating words, repeating phrases. It's a thing. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
Anyways,
Yeah,
So you
remember
guys
to
are-
take him seriously, guys.
You look like you're about to put out a mixtape, dude. Yeah, I like it.
Yep.
Okay.
You guys are walking while you're talking, and
I'm
it's
walking and talking.
it's probably about an hour's worth of travel through the woods to get back to the point that you were at.
Oh, that is some rugged terrain.
Okay.
Alright, well, what
Continue.
okay, so we get the bat. Little squeaky squeak thing. Squeaker
You
to,
can scout out. Sure.
to like through
What's your
the,
bat sound?
I'm just guessing.
You sound like you were eating a bowl of noodles.
Okay, anyway. Whatever sound it makes. It goes through.
Don't do the sound, buddy.
Trying to explain my plan, guys. Stop distracting
It's
me.
okay, Leon. I know I got the plan. You just have to get there.
Alright.
We're here.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Here we
you
go.
guys.
As it flies,
Okay.
just as ventriloquist, like
Oh, there's the walls.
as it goes up, and I'm like, oh my god, you're fucking right. And it
What'd I
scouts.
say?
It starts to scout out. Like, if it can go through the gate, it'll go through the gate and just kind of fly around a little bit right in front of the gate and come back. And I'll look through it while it does that.
So it flies around, and it is barely getting to the point where it is out of range of you to like actually
100
see.
feet.
Yeah, that gate is probably like 90 feet away from you guys, right?
Okay. Well, I can't really see much here. We'd have to get closer.
But you do get it to the gate, and it flies through the door. And you see what looks really similar to like a ruined city after being like assaulted, basically. To the left, there are large structures. Well, actually, kind of immediately as the bat walks in, there is like a ruined building just probably 30 feet from the gatehouse. And to the right is just a huge amount of what looks like general housing. Small shacks, small little buildings.
Company housing.
Yeah, like company housing. The vast majority of them are broken down, torn to shreds, like have big smashes in them, and you see like smoldering smoke rising from more than a few of them. To the left of this center building, you see like a large warehouse that seems to be relatively undamaged. And moreover, to the left of that, you see these buildings that are kind of built up on high rises that are also just smashed to bits.
Okay. All of this I'm basically describing as the bat flies around.
Yeah.
I'll kind of come out of the...
Roll a perception check with your bat really quick.
Is that cocked?
No, that's in that one.
Nat 1?
Yeah.
I don't think D&D Beyond can get a cocked dice.
It can.
Well,
It can,
total 2,
but I think it will
It
automatic.
will choose something.
The
choose
thing will
something,
look
but-
like it, but it will pick a number.
Yeah, I will pick the lowest one.
Will it?
it's not
Probably.
like a save
Now
or
it will.
whatever.
Just our luck.
Now it will.
I guess it's technically a 2, so whatever's obvious, I guess, is what it sees or
Yeah,
senses.
that's about all you get. Is just kind of the general.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Can't take me.
I will say. Yeah, that's all you see. Just say that.
Just matter of factly, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Buildings, warehouse, all that stuff.
No
It's
life.
just- Oh no. More like a lot of evidence of destruction of life. And
This is the
property.
source of like all of this shit. So we have to
Shrug.
be very sneaky.
Well, at least be on your toes and let's go investigate.
Okay, all right, let's go. We go up through the gate.
Stealthily, Elias?
I didn't see anything or hear anything.
Whoever wants to roll a stealth check, roll a stealth check.
I will.
Okay. Yes.
9.
26.
26,
18.
18.
I don't bother.
You don't.
We'll stay with him.
Okay.
I just stay back a little bit,
Just kidding. I went with them,
15 feet or something behind
but
it.
not a sneak.
So you're kind of just waltzing up, and the rest of them probably hold back a little bit until you're more obscured by mist, and then they start to make their way forward, and you're just like, I don't see a problem with any of this.
Guys are
Um,
skittish. It's like you've seen a ghost.
You make your way up to the gatehouse, and it is as you walk up. So there are the two banners on either side. The one on the right is like half burnt away, and as you're walking up, approaching from like a leftward angle, you're walking up, and there is a slight gust of wind, and that banner just like right next to you.
The burnt one?
The unburnt one.
Okay.
And you are at the drawbridge, and it's kind of interesting because the actual gate is elevated, so it's probably about 6 feet off of the ground, so you actually do need to walk up the drawbridge in order to pass through the gate.
It's like a ramp. And it's
Yeah, it's kind of like a ramp up to the gate and then down the other side. And on either side, so either side of this gatehouse, there are two towers that the walls connect to. You can see like little watch areas at the top of these towers, and then there is a like ramparts that go above the gate so that people can patrol across the top of it.
Is there any sign?
Bat flyby.
Go
Is there
ahead.
any signs of like the attacking force, like churned up? I mean, I don't know much about survival, but like Alessandro is looking for like siege ladders or arrows that have been shot, or
Eventually, you get to the gatehouse as well. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
10.
No.
No, nice.
You honestly, you don't see that much of like what looks like roughed up ground or anything like that.
Can I notice the distinct lack of what seems to be battle participants?
Yeah, looking out through at least the outside, because you guys haven't entered yet, you don't see any bodies outside.
Drawbridge is down.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
Don't lose your nerve now, fellas.
The drawbridge creaks as you guys walk up it, but it is sturdy wood as you guys make your way past the threshold and you walk inside.
Ready.
making your way into Terra Corp.
Now we're here.
Your voice, Leo.
Sorry.
Some respiratory issue?
Let
Yeah,
me
it might be. Yes.
just have to place your guys' characters really
Oh,
quick.
wow.
Jesus
Resize them.
Christ. That is huge.
Jiminy
That's
Christmas.
a big map. Jiminy Christmas.
You're also going to have to
Big bam.
change any stats if you're using any of the things.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
If you use any of those like circles above your character, you're gonna have to fix those because I took them from just after the last fight.
You.
Now I'm good.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah. That's a big map.
And I'm really quickly just going to go ahead and delete. Just in the spirit of role playing, Leonore and Barkuell are there with you, but I'm not gonna have their tokens out.
Sure.
So, you guys walk in, and you also see what I had described to Yeros. And it is basically just what looks like a sieged city, basically. Nearly everything is destroyed. Directly to the left of you, you see a couple of things that look like barns, and directly in front of you, you see a building, once a building of nice design and aesthetic, shingles and slanted roofs with decorated trimmings and nice clean stucco walls with dark wood cross hatchings across them. A sign, there is like a billboard outside with a sign hanging from it from chains, but one chain is broken and the sign is hanging off to the side, and it just says, "Welcome to Terra Corp" across the sign. And that is, that sign is like right here.
I'll walk up to the warehouse on the left.
The barns.
Yeah, which is roughly 30 feet.
The barns or the warehouse?
The warehouse.
Okay. There are large, double wide, like barn doors at. You can see them on like every side of this building, basically, and the doors are slightly ajar.
And I just send the bat in.
I'm gonna be tailing Yeros.
Really quick.
Look, we better stick together.
So as the bat goes in, so just keep in mind when you send the bat in and you project through it,
I can't see it.
you can't see anything. I think you can speak, but you can't see or hear anything that's happening to
I
your body.
supplant my senses.
Yeah.
With its, yeah.
You can still talk through your body though. So as you send the bat
Like
in,
France.
you just see piles of earth, like these big mounds of loose earth that are actually separated into what looks like different types of sediments. Like you see some that's just straight dirt, and then you see like some coarser sediments and some finer sediments, and they're just and there's one like obviously massive one that just seems to be just straight dirt, and then there's like a pile of rocks too that are just rocks and stuff like that. So it seems like they had been sorting out some of the waste material or non-valuable material. But otherwise, there's not really anything in there other than that.
Other than that, then I would just fly it back out and then fly it through the left of us at the barns, just having to do a quick visual sweep, basically.
Okay. Let me get back to my...
Well, of course, it's listening too, but it has really good hearing.
You fly into the barns, and one of the barn doors is also slightly ajar, and it flies in there. Inside, you are met with a horrifying sight. It is basically a massacre of animals that happened in there. Blood is lined and splattered across the walls, pools of blood throughout the floor. It's mostly just flooded with animal blood. Parts of flesh are strewn about the entire area. And roll a quick perception check for me.
It's 4.
4. It just looks like parts of meat and bone and chunks all over the place.
Gross. It flies back out of that.
Really
Yeros still like basically looking through it and be like,
That's it's gonna smell really bad in that one.
I just point to the barns.
Dead animals, farm animals maybe. Beast of burden, who knows? They're all dead. It's grim.
Any of the bodies
quick.
look like they've been harvested?
No, I didn't really see. They more looked like they were indiscriminately just killed.
I need to look up a rule really quick, so
okay.
give me just a minute. You guys can talk amongst yourselves though.
But the barns were in good condition.
The barns are in good condition. They don't look like they've been like torn down or anything like that.
Building's fine, but everything in it isn't. Don't get any cute ideas, Barkuell. And he doesn't this time. Oddly comatose.
I'm still thinking that
If Barkuell was here.
I'm still thinking that I don't think we're gonna find many people here. I really don't.
To be honest with you, I've
There's still the whole cave that we need to take a look at.
kind of
too.
written that possibility off, but yes, you're right. The
True,
cave.
but like
If
look
they
at
are
the
gathering
buildings.
them, maybe they're prisoners somewhere while they do whatever they're doing.
Maybe.
True, but like I still
I don't want to give up all
We'll save
hope,
whoever
shit.
we can, right? But so far, it's not looking likely.
I'm not saying give up hope, I'm just making the observation of, as we look around at all these buildings, any building it seems that a human or someone could barricade themselves in has been ransacked or walls pushed in, doors broken, but everything else that
Seemed to matter.
wasn't locked or didn't house a human is in relatively untouched condition.
Looking at the damaged buildings, do they look like they've been rammed by something big, or are they just burned, or like what's the kind of damage I'm seeing on these buildings?
Let's go check them out.
Yes.
Like to go check them out?
Let's go check them out.
Okay. Where are you guys?
Let's
Go ahead and move
go
yourselves as a unit.
Wherever Hackers says.
Go ahead and lead the way, Akrius, to where you'd
See,
like to go.
senor. Scanning.
Scanning.
Setting up my
So, you walk up to this building that I had mentioned, and you can see that it looks like it was made to look really nice. Like I said, it has very fancy, like very fancy trimmings and like stucco walls with like nice wood cross hatching and framing and stuff like that. It seemed like it was a very nice building before it was smashed into, with portions of the roof and wall kind of torn down and some portions still standing or leaning partly over. You can also see some portions are scorched as well. And right above, there's like part of the door frame still standing, although the door has been like smashed in. And right above that, it says Terra Corp Tavern.
Fancy a drink.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Strangely enough, I'm not thirsty.
But the damage doesn't look like a big monster came with its fat foot and stepped on the building, right?
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
This is pretty much like, I think I'll just like grab onto, just like,
Well, I do the bird thing if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, I got you.
and then just fly it in there as well.
Fly it in there.
I'm using it as our scout. We're holding hands
'Kay.
nicely. Do you want to join?
I mean,
us?
it's kind of like there's not really much of a space. It's not like a building to fly into anymore.
Oh, okay,
It's
so this
mostly
is pretty
been
well-
torn down, and
Oh, I
yeah,
see.
there's not like portions of it still standing that you can like walk
So
through.
it's a real ruin.
It's for real ruined. You would
okay.
have
Never
to
mind then.
tear the entire thing down before you could rebuild it.
Oh man.
But there are like portions you could fly over and around and stuff like that.
I think
but
I don't bother.
to what you said, it doesn't look like a foot came down on top of it. But it looks like it's been ripped to shreds. And you can see some portions are crushed in, whereas some portions are like strewn about outwardly.
Any claw marks on any of the,
With the two, you're not exactly sure.
like boulders or anything?
That makes sense.
Do we know
you
if they
wanna roll a
remind me
perception
what?
check?
Yeah.
Insight, sorry.
No, actually, I have no idea.
Rolled a 21 for my perception check.
Perception.
Yep.
You don't see boulders anywhere. With the 21 perception, though, you do notice that there are still no bodies around. Although you do see, like, spatters of blood here and there. It's not like the barn where it's blood all over the place, but it is like you do see like a splatter of blood across the wall or across the ground, or like little dribbles of blood and stuff.
Anybody that was killed or harmed were not just like there. They were taken away.
You just don't see any bodies.
There are just no bodies. You guys notice how there are any blood spatters, but there are no bodies yet? No humanoid bodies?
We already know the humans were harvested. At least we think.
It's a running theory.
Were you doing anything with your bat? Sorry, I
Since
kinda-
we're next to this building, no. It's just.
Can you fly your bat over towards those housing?
Sure, why not? And I kind of like, I'll walk a little bit closer to all the houses and just do, let's measure this out a little bit, see how far I can realistically get. I could probably scout out the first sort of half.
Good enough.
A actually, if I can just show to others, maybe you'll see what I'm saying. So it can go 100 feet, which makes it be able to go not that far.
Yeah. I'd say if you're high enough, you can also like look.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, just flying it above, got a pretty bird's eye view. Anything interesting? If not, then this is pretty much the pattern will continue, I guess.
So as they fly out, you see basically just what you could consider a small town, and the majority of the houses are completely ruined. You do see kind of a little bit more, since this is basically think of north as west.
Right.
In a western, at the like western area, you can see a few houses like off in the corner that aren't completely destroyed. Roll a perception check with your bat
Come on, man. Come on, man.
again.
Open your damn eyes. Do I have to give you a fucking name to have you see
Sonar?
better?
Open the sonar?
9.
9.
We suck, guys.
Call him Squeaker. Your next roll will be 15 or higher.
Squeaker.
I'll call him Billy.
Billy?
Billy a bat.
There isn't too much information you can discern from your bat flying around. One thing you do see is one building in particular stands out to you. It is a taller building. It's a blue shingled building with like stucco walls. with a tall steeple, and you immediately recognize this as like some kind of temple or church, although very small.
Interesting.
And at the top of this steeple, you see a spot where like a wooden piece, or not a wooden, a stone piece sits, but it's cracked. And it's basically just the base of some kind of like stone sculpture, and the rest of it has just isn't there.
That'll be kind of the thing of curiosity I point out and be like,
It's just a thing you notice, because it's actually in that direction, it is the tallest building over there.
I tell you guys about the tall building.
Also, as your bat is flying around, you do notice that basically past this building that you're in front of and continuing directly west from you is what looks to be like an entrance into the mine.
Okay. So
And it's
all
kind
these
of a
details-
larger it almost looks like a wooden shack with like thatch slanted roofing, but you do see that it like goes into the
to the rock face.
the
Basically.
rock face. Thank you.
Is this map oriented the way all your other maps
Yes.
are?
Yes. So directly up on the map is actually west.
Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like our job here is done.
No, we're not done.
Definitely not done.
Pull out the contract and be like,
I just read it. It says ensure the company is still running, and
It's not.
it's not running. And it's
what
not
else
here
does it
anymore.
say?
The contract?
I have it right here.
Oh, he has it. Well, I'm sorry. I know it. Don't worry about it. We can.
I mean, didn't
There have
wasn't
been
there-
reports of strange and large beasts causing chaos in the mountains of Belshir. They've not been able to contact Terra, concerned about the towns. Make your way to the city. Ensure the company's still up and running. Above all, do what needs to be done to keep the company safe. Well, I don't know about you, but this does not feel like the company is safe.
So we do have our additional task of finding that weapon.
I
or
really want
whatever
to
it
be out
is
of here
that-
too, though.
What was that gentleman's name in home?
Hey Jeff, I'm texting you something really quick.
There we go.
Just a reminder about something that I don't think you saw.
Maybe we could.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was about to be talking about.
Oh.
But that was never brought up to the crew.
So far, that's not been brought up.
What do you think? Let's just make our way up there.
Search around the facilities. Maybe the smithy here. Maybe we can find some
Yeah.
weapons that might help us.
Let's not delve into the depths yet. There's still some more buildings to explore.
There's a lot. So
Basically, point out there's a
Where
big
do you
building
start?
right, just
Where do we think they
southwest.
we could go straight.
There
to
is
the
a
mines.
very large building. You want me to describe that building to you?
Yeah. I'll probably at this point I'll be like, I'll walk behind this crumpled used to be tavern.
Where are you walking?
Like about there.
How are you getting there?
Walking around the building.
Which direction are you walking around?
Oh my god.
I'm walking around the left hand.
Left-hand side?
Alright, with lower left and.
Well, Louise isn't wearing it.
Kat, you walk around to that side,
Okay.
and you see on just to the left of you, further west of the large storehouse, this large like barn storehouse, you see this large facility. This building has less damage than most of the other buildings. It seems to look more like a workhouse or something where people go and actually like are working there. So a workhouse. The building structure looks like it's more focused on durability and function rather than how it is supposed to look. I'd say from where you're standing now, that's about all you can tell.
Okay.
Some kind of big work yard area
Yeah.
surrounded by a building.
Well, that's what it is.
Could be the command center, maybe?
It's more like a workshop.
You also see a larger building, at least like when your bat's been flying around.
Yeah.
You see a larger building over to the left of you guys, so south of you, that seems almost more like on a raised platform almost, or like raised foundations of like buildings that don't look like they're necessarily for living in, but like they kind of look like what you would assume to be like office buildings and spaces or something like that. That also seems to be like torn to shreds.
Let's keep checking shit out.
Where do you think they would
We could
keep?
split up and check out multiple things.
No.
Not that far from each other, you know. We could just yell. It's fine. It's not fine, is it? I'm in the wrong here, aren't I? I'll shut up.
I
Says
definitely
Yeros.
think, with everything that we've seen thus far, we should not ever split up at this point. We're stronger together.
Agreed. Where do you think they keep the boom boom blast blasts?
The mines.
AKA the mining equipment.
Yeah.
I don't know if we found. I haven't seen a building that looked quite like that. Not the warehouse looked like it had piles of dirt.
You said there's buildings that aren't necessarily look like they've been attacked, is that correct?
Yeah, there was a group of buildings back kind of the other way, where all the residential smaller buildings look like. There was a group of them that were untouched and something that looked like a small church.
Maybe we should investigate those buildings. Why would they be untouched, but everything else?
Let's do it.
Let's do
It's
it.
a plan. So we'll take our. I guess we'll walk like. I don't know how to ping with the trackpad.
You kind of know where you're
Just
going.
push and hold.
I can just show you. I gotta do it for the viewers. Push and hold.
Click and
I have
hold.
the
Just
wrong-
click and
I have
hold.
the wrong thing.
Oh yeah, you have to have the like pointer
So
tool.
like if we go up here and then through like this.
Okay.
I'll go to there.
Get a mouse, boys.
Oh, I'm such a player.
You guys start making your way, and there is as you guys get to this point, there's actually kind of like a worked trail that leads from the back of the tavern and actually leads straight to the entrance to the mine. And you can kind of see little like deviations off of that lead into like the housing area and lead off into like the working area and stuff like that.
So it's well traveled.
So it seems like this portion right here is pretty well traveled.
Well traveled.
You guys are making your way into the other buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and figure out why they're still standing.
Okay, go ahead and move your
Where's
tokens.
Where's
I'm gonna
church?
tread very lightly, though.
So stealthing or
I'm gonna just be really keeping an eye out.
okay, roll perception.
I'm suspicious.
Yeah, I'll like be walking at half my speed.
Oh, yeah.
Not that. Well, that
That's
might.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys make your way into the basically the company housing district of the facility, and walking through, you see you're still met with like buildings that are burnt, buildings that have portions like torn out of them, and you can actually see there's a clear difference between like the building, the tavern that you saw, and most of the buildings in this area. Most of the buildings in this area are like wooden shacks and have like crummy thatch roofs and stuff. And it doesn't look like the vast majority of the buildings in this area are like particularly well built or well designed or anything like that. They look like they're just thrown up to give their workers somewhere to sleep at night. almost.
Oh, Hooch Village.
Okay, that's about as far as you can see as you at where you're at.
Where's the church?
You guys can see directly north of you. You can
It's this
also,
one.
yeah, you can also see. This is actually the steeple. This building right here.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
This building.
Not seeing it.
Not popping up on my screen.
Wait, try it again.
Oh, weird. You guys can't see that.
No.
That. Oh.
There we go.
No, I know why. It's in tokens. I was on the wrong layer. Boom.
Okay.
There you go.
I want to go there.
Let's check it out.
You want to go to the church first?
You guys
Might
are
as
making
well
your
pray
way.
before we go down in the dark.
So, stop right there. As you guys are
Stop
walking.
right there.
Stop right there, criminal.
Well, I'd say stop at this point if
Okay.
you want to.
Come along, Alessandro. Just kidding.
As you guys are walking that way,
Are these buildings that are not touched, are they like noble type buildings where the other ones are like more like villager buildings?
so
Or not noble?
I'm going to describe this first building to
Okay.
you on your left as you walk up. It is another building that's has a similar kind of construction to the steeple that you can see just like 2 houses away from you already. It has blue shingled roof. And this building is also relatively untouched and is, like I said, slightly better construction than the buildings around it. And above it, you see a sign that says storehouse, and the door is slightly ajar and it's dark inside.
Talking about the boom boom. This is maybe it.
Every door
Do you guys
has been
continue?
open.
It's a little weird, huh?
Every single door, every single entrance to every single building we've seen so far has been open or gone. Just freaks me out.
Interesting. I just
You guys
find it
continue?
interesting that these nicer built
Yeah.
buildings look like they cannot be touched.
Hey, you want to go check out the storehouse?
Sure. I don't think they're gonna put what Boris was talking about in the storehouse though. Like it seems a little bit more secret.
What was Boris
Should
talking
we
about?
let Billy the back?
Billy. Just glance at the building. Any obvious entrances for a small creature?
The wide open door.
You're,
The door is
say
open.
that again.
The door is ajar on this?
Yeah,
Oh, I just sent it through there.
Wait,
the
wait,
bat.
wait.
Yeah.
What was Billy talking about? Who's Billy?
Billy's the
Billy's
name
bat.
I've reluctantly given the bat.
bat.
Wait, Boris? Who's Boris?
Oh, Boris.
Who are you talking about?
Boris. Who stayed with me that night?
So
Barkuell,
that night it
Shaina.
was Leonore and Barkuell,
Oh, of
and
course,
you
the
that
two
stayed
characters
with
that aren't
Boris.
So I can't believe the other half. Well, I guess he doesn't speak much. Well, he speaks. Anyways, back in Homestead, we all kind of did our own thing that night. Went our various ways. We were put up by a man named Boris,
And you guys remember
kind
Boris?
of rich-looking fella,
I vaguely
rather juking,
remember him.
well kept.
You at least remember the face of him. Go ahead.
He is actually an agent of not Terra. God, I really need to start writing stuff down more. You know, Yeros, I really do. But anyways, he's an agent for the people that put the contract out for us.
North
to
Star
start.
Ventures.
Really?
No, we work for North Star Ventures. The people that commission North Star Ventures.
That would be Terracorp.
That would have been
No,
good
it wasn't
information to know.
It was an unknown
Wasn't?
contract, and it was these people. They're kind of like Illuminati types.
Apparently, I need to read my contracts a little more carefully.
Out of curiosity, do you, as the player, not remember, or do you, as your character, not remember? 'Cause I'll let you roll a intelligence check if you'd like me to fill in some of the details.
Yeah, Jeff doesn't remember.
Okay. If you want to roll an
Oh yeah,
intelligence
I have
check.
everything I need right here. It's an organization called the Gilded Swarm. It's just kind of a group that kind of controls and works the land, like influences the ways of the land and where things are going, organizations, politics. making
Sounds
sure
very
things-
shadow organization.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. That's the vibe I got.
Boris works for the Gilded Swarm?
Boris does. He's a spy,
To be honest, they just kind of
intelligence
seem like
gatherer.
typical
What is he doing here?
capitalists.
Well, he was in Homestead trying to figure out what's going on in Terra, but he hasn't been able to get up here. And then he's been isolated from the other town that I don't remember. Alessandro doesn't remember.
I'm confused. He wrote the contract for us to figure out what
No, he
happened.
didn't write the contract. He works for the people. The Gilded Sworn commissioned North Star Ventures. Gilded Sworn.
Okay.
Commissioned North Star Ventures with the contract that we have.
Means they're paying for it.
But they were anonymous. North Star Ventures didn't tell us who hired them, but he told us. Does that make sense?
Right. So, they hired more than just us?
No, he already worked for him. We just happened to run into him. Because he is also
But
here.
you just said he was here to try to figure out what happened.
Yes, as like their own employee. And then they contracted other people outside of the organization.
We're the ones
So-
doing the dirty work.
So what
Thank
does he do?
The not
Gathering
dirty
intelligence.
work. The soft work.
Kicking his feet up in the...
Pretty much.
Wasn't it you that wanted Boris to come with us, or was it you that wanted Boris?
I didn't ever want
Someone wanted someone to come with us.
There was a man who might have proved a capable warrior that I thought I might.
It was you. But it
I
wasn't
left him a
Boris.
little note. I doubt he'll show up, and if he does, well, it's far too late.
So
at
why
this
didn't
point.
anybody tell me this after we left the village?
I mean, you're not exactly the
About
easiest
Boris?
human to talk to. Or tiefling to talk
Did
to.
they tell you this?
I have no idea
Misspelled.
what y'all are
I'm just
talking
trying to-
about.
I'm sorry.
I was talking.
I feel like that's valuable information.
I was talking
Anyway, what'd
with
he say?
a little boy, you know, about adventure, and like the mom was there.
Does this guy say anything?
Guys,
Anyways.
men speak. I'm tired.
Anyways, long story short, my mind's been on other things. I thought Barkuell would tell you, whatever. Moving on.
Parker can't speak my language.
Leonore, then.
Okay.
Y'all shut the hell up and listen to him for once.
All I'm doing is I'm just saying is that he wanted us to look into a mining type of mining equipment. Think the flame cannon, but on
Oh, is that so?
major health potions. I don't know.
Didn't know about this. Interesting.
And that he wants us to actually destroy. It looks like a cannon, and it has a crystal in it that powers the cannon. It's new technology, very powerful. One of these could assail a city wall, essentially. Kind of
So now we know why Terra Corp is so invested in this.
that's probably
Okay.
a big part of
Because
it. He
they're
would actually
building weapons of mass destruction.
yes, and essentially he wants us to destroy the device
But he works,
for the Gilded Swan,
but not for Terra Corp.
but not for Terra Corp.
But Terra Corp
Think
hired
about
the
this
Gilded
way.
Swarm
yes,
to hire us.
There you go.
Wow, that's very
No,
confusing.
no.
Yes.
TerraCore hired North Star Adventures to work for us. To work for them.
No, that doesn't make any sense because
Narrator!
So the Gilded Sworn. Okay, I'll fill you in on a little bit of info. The Gilded Sworn is the company that contracted you, North Star Ventures, to come. I can't remember if this was information that was privy, but they have a hand to play in TerraCorp. And they were making mining equipment that is incredibly powerful, that could, if it got into the hands of the wrong people, could be an incredibly deadly weapon. And so he wants you to go in, and
we were almost there.
he's basically, he said he was changing the terms of your contract unofficially. He said you need to go in, and if you can save TerraCorp, great. But your main goal now is to make sure that weapon doesn't get into the hands of bad people.
Well, that's very fascinating.
Might be too late.
Looks like you spoke with someone
definitely
actually
might be too
useful
late.
when you were there.
In fact, maybe that's what we're seeing here already.
Yeah.
Is that weapons dirty work?
Okay, the church.
I guess we don't know yet. All right, let's check out the church.
Yeah. I will lead
We should hit the storehouse maybe as well.
Oh, well, where's Billy?
Oh, right.
The bat.
Billy the Bat.
When
Oh,
the
did
Lord
Billy go
Bob
in
would
there?
get out of
Thing,
the
and then he's-
zombie mode, I have words for them.
Like a bat flies in the front door.
That's exactly right.
Squelches wetly like a bat.
Are we sure it's not more related to squee squee than we think?
Bats are actually relatively quiet.
They're very
not
quiet.
They're not like they don't squelch.
We've seen bats before. I think.
Bro.
But not beavers.
One of us obviously
Never
hasn't.
You fly the bat into the storehouse, and as it's flying around and looking around, actually bats have relatively decent good vision too. That's real world information. That's cool.
Bats, yo.
Bats are cool. You fly the bat in there, and the storehouse, it's kind of like there's a main storefront where you go up and you ask for the things you want, and then the person goes back and like gets. It is empty, and it doesn't look like there is actually that much of a struggle in there. Well, I say it's empty when it comes to people being in there. It doesn't look like there was that much of a struggle, and there is actually like a decent amount of stuff on the shelves back further behind the counter.
I think I see some extra payment in there, boys and girls.
Inside job. Inside job.
What are you talking about?
Whole thing was an inside job.
Billy comes back. Yeah. I tell you all everything.
But
I
that
saw.
doesn't explain all the monsters.
Maybe they're.
Or unless the weapon created the monsters.
I think we still.
Or
need to
the
keep-
weapon opened the portal
We still need
to
keep
the other
looking.
realm.
Yeah, we gotta keep
Oh
looking.
man, my brain's going fry right now.
The only other thing I saw over here was that a weird cracked statue, perhaps, over at the
Yeah.
church. Let's go
So
check that out.
let's. I will quietly
So-
lead the way.
Yeah, go. Scout ahead for us there, Leon.
Roll a perception check, Leon.
But right before that happens, the bat comes up and gives you a little kiss on the cheek, and you have guidance again.
The bat comes up.
Non-consensual bat kiss. I'm sorry.
I got.
The bat comes up and lands on your shoulder, and then like starts licking your cheek.
Gives
It's
a-
this little
gives you a little
warm,
bit of
wet lick.
Well, cute.
It felt cute.
Son of a freaking. Alright, well, I'm rolling.
This is why
Roll
I
a
do
perception
this.
check.
You're
Do you
trying.
see?
You're trying.
You
to
see
help
what
him
I'm
out.
doing, viewers?
You're trying to help us. No.
Alright, well, I rolled a 13.
Just
13
tell
on
me
my
the total
perception.
number.
13 on perception.
13 perception. Okay. You walk up
It's okay.
to this
great.
temple.
Not on
Did
stealth.
we all
though.
stay behind and just let him go up there?
Yeah.
Wow.
I said don't
you
break
know.
up the party.
As you walk up, you can see.
I'll go that far.
This has like a double wide arched doorway, and you can see that doorway is smashed inwards. There are two spots. There are two parts on the wall on either side of the doorway that looks like it had stained glass windows in it that are completely smashed in. And on the ground next to the doorway is this like crumbled pile of white stone. And as you look up, you can see some damage on the roof where it looks like at the top of a steeple this some sort of carved statue stood and then has fallen down, taking down some of the roof and shattered on the ground next to the building. Without having actually entered the building, that's about all you see. But it seems like a temple with like just is kind of smashed in.
Is the door open?
The door is smashed in. You could walk right in.
Alright,
Coming along. Now I'm like showing up around the corner. Hey, what's up?
just hear me.
Use your words.
Do I have a mirror or something?
What are you doing?
Billy. Try to look.
Billy.
Is Billy needed yet again?
Yes.
This little guy's coming in real handy.
I don't want to go in there.
All right, Billy. This could be the last flight of Billy. You never know.
I walk right past Leon and go into the church.
You go into the church.
You
Just like right into the door frame.
pesky wizard.
Okay.
Flying back.
As you walk in, you can kind of see like there is a back wall with there's a back wall that had these like large stained glass windows that are shattered out, and you see glass shattered all over the place. The pews are they seem like they would have been bolted to the ground, but they have been torn off of the ground and thrown to the sides, and
Like they're all thrown to the side, so like the center's clear of pews.
yeah, kind of the center. Not all of them are like thrown to the side,
okay.
but they've been like torn up and just
Tossed. Okay.
right? At the end of the building, you also see like spatters of blood here and there. But once again, you see no bodies other than you actually do see a shoe that is just sitting there in the center of the room.
Is it an empty shoe?
It is an empty shoe.
Just making sure.
There's just an empty shoe.
Well,
sitting
Can I tell what church, like what denomination or what god or deity or?
It's hard to tell. Anything that would have been a sign, because usually churches have like carved statues of their deities, or it shows the symbols in the stained glass, or
They had stained
Without-
glass at a mining site.
without actually having. Also, this building looks like it's relatively like nicely built, like it was. They had. It looks relatively newer than most of the buildings in this area, right? But trying to look around for like a symbol or anything like that, you just can't see anything. Also, in kind of meta talk and lore, so this is Cameron's world set. Deities aren't exactly the same in Cameron's world. Think about, so in normal D&D, like the deities are very much a real thing and they interact on the world. Think about like deities and religion more like in our world, how they are. So people believe in it and worship it, and some people believe that like the gods interact through miracles and stuff like that, but there is not like straight up like a god in
Right, because
granting
there was-
powers to
but we
you,
do
like,
have
There
stuff
was the
like
fall
that.
and the veil, and like the gods were cut off, or we were cut off from the gods. That was
Yeah.
the thing with Arcanus and okay.
Yeah, so yeah, there's like kind of this cutoff between mortals and the gods, and no one has really been in contact with a god for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years or something like that. But you're not exactly sure what religion or deity this would have belonged to.
Any gold?
Not really.
Sure.
Not that you can see immediately.
Yeros had mentioned that statue being ripped off. Is that steeple at the front, like above the entrance, like most churches?
Yeah.
Is there anything on the ground out in the front?
There is like a pile of white stone that looks, and as like I had said, it looks like it had fallen, like there was some kind of white stone statue at the top of the steeple that has fallen down, taken out some of the like roofing a little bit, and then shattered on the ground.
So there's no way to discern what it was.
You can look at it, and I'll let you roll an investigation check. 13. As you look at it, it seems to be in like too bad of repair. You can't make out any of like or too bad of destruction. You can't make out any of the curves or anything like that.
I want to go inside.
Okay.
Do I see the shoe in the middle of the room?
You do see the shoe in the middle of the room.
Is it, what shape is it?
The shoe?
Yeah.
Shoe shape.
It's a shoe.
Is it that shoe?
It looks like a commoner's shoe. It looks rugged, not new. Not necessarily in like really bad repair, but in like medium use.
Can I like get a stick or something? And just,
Yeah, you grab a stick and walk up to it. And as you walk up to it, you hear a. And as you look over, you see a. From the dark, there is a dark doorway.
fucking
And from that, you see these red glowing eyes. And a creature walks out that very much looks like a wolf with like black scorched fur across it, and it is growling at you, and you see this orange in its chest start to glow.
Oh no.
what I say.
Roll initiative, bud.
You son of a gun.
Just him?
I'm gonna say everybody
Oh, okay.
because everyone's kind of there.
Pretty much there.
You just said Bud, and I was just like, oh, you're fucked.
Just him. It's just his fight.
Just single digits today.
Dude, straight up. Holy crap.
I am also
God,
going to
God.
say that. Oh, I need to move myself too.
Are you wearing armor?
Leather armor.
What's your AC?
I was gonna say you're more
15.
like here.
It's not-
Yeah, let me pull up some
It's
stuff.
only 12.
It's almost 12?
Only no. My,
Oh god, I was like, fuck, man, we're this late.
It's almost 11.
Okay, we're getting close. Okay, anyone? Well, you roll for this.
oh, let's roll for my batch.
Leon,
shall
are
we?
you alright in there?
As it's always-
Anyone get above 20?
That's funny.
That
Just
got worse.
move
Okay.
on.
How dare you?
It's us. How
dare
should
you.
we
Guess something
rollers
like
up
that.
He's a
Anyone get 15 to 20?
About 15.
You son of a gun.
This is 7.
10 to 15?
14.
14.
14? Who has the higher dex?
I got
I'm
plus
guessing.
5.
You son of a gun.
Leon has a higher dex.
Nope.
You have a higher dex?
He does.
You did the blood hunter, right? High con. Useless. Useless.
Absolutely useless.
And
Except for
then
that bumblebee
Euros?
7.
mosquito thing that we just dealt with.
Not true.
Needed the icon for that.
I knew touching that shoe would trigger something.
Should have spat in it.
I was gonna do that
Or
next.
maybe we could have mage handed it to be like,
So this this creature, and it's got like these ears, these like long pointed ears that are like kind of like shifting around as it, and it is growling and snarling at you as it walks out of the darkness. And like I said, you can kind of see this glowing red in its chest and in its like as it growls and barks. You can see like the red down its throat as well. And it looks like it's about to like get down and pounce at you, but then it immediately like pulls its head back into the air and just and the rest of you hear this and it echoes out through the town.
Oh
I
god.
think we're gonna have company.
this is bad.
And it is not too long before you guys start to hear
We need to get inside. We need to hold ourselves up.
and you start to hear it coming out from a lot of other places in this town. It used its action to do that. Alessandro, go ahead and take your turn. Akrius is on deck.
Okay, so I do my casual thing where I just kind of tap myself on my chest, and the mage armor comes up around me.
And I'd say you can actually see this creature right now as well.
Okay. Oh shit! I gotta zoom in. And I walk in, acting confident and shit, going, God damn it, Leon, always having to touch things.
Come on.
And I stand right up next to him. And I just kind of look at you and just, on guard, you mutt, and draw my whatever the fuck my butter stick's called, and
Butter stick.
just that's the turn. Oh, I'll take the. Well, I already did.
No attack, huh?
What was your action?
My action was I cast mage armor on myself,
Oh, mage armor.
and then
okay.
I'll actually take the dodge action. With my,
what?
I have the rogue thing that allows you to do that.
Oh, Connie action.
Cunning action. There you go.
Cunning
To use my dodge action. What does that do? Just give me +2 to my AC.
No, it gives. I think it gives people things disadvantage at attacking you.
Oh, okay. Hey, guys.
From your gas station. That's not a euphemism.
Okay. Akrius, you're up. Leon, you're on deck.
Oh, joy. Joy to the world. Okay.
No, Akrius. Akrius, you're up.
Oh,
Yeah, Leon's
me.
on deck.
Just stop
I'm
eating.
Akrius.
Yeah, you're
I was
Akrius.
so into this gummy bear.
The stress eating was just
Enjoy your gummy bear while I kill you.
Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do, because I heard other howls. Can I see anything coming at us?
Roll a perception check, and I'll let this be a free action. Nah, you don't. I will say they sounded a little bit further off in the distance with like maybe one or
Knowing
two
that
sounding
I'm having a
bit
bad
closer.
day today, I'm going to fly up to the rooftop,
Oh, yeah, escape you.
and then I'm going to light up my finger and hold my action to fire Eldritch Blast at anything that pops out of the streets.
Okay. Leon, you're up. Yeros, you're on deck.
Right
That's the
up.
second time somebody's held action.
All right.
Pointed finger today.
I have 0 patience for this. So, I'm going to take a bonus action to do the insightful fighting. Has to contested by the target's deception check. It's a wolf. How deceptive can it be? God, okay, well, that's great.
What does it have to be?
Deception.
Well,
Is to
against
roll it.
what?
It's gotta beat his.
Oh,
insight.
your roll. Go ahead and roll.
Insight.
Insight.
So you have to
versus
insight on it.
Great. Alright, here we fucking.
If you win, you get to
12.
12. I got a nat 20 plus.
Oh my
Son of a bitch.
You were being a
21.
dick to even asking.
If he got a nat 20, he could have beat it.
Maybe.
So,
Yeah, maybe.
That's deceptive ass wolf. That's what that is.
what are you doing?
He's like, oh, he touched the shoe.
Yeros, you're up after.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna strike it with my short sword. And that's not a euphemism. I have a short sword.
Okay. Jesus. Go ahead and roll the hit.
I love you so much, Chris.
What'd you roll?
No, I'm just like, I'm laughing at my dumbass joke.
Roll the hit. We gotta get through this encounter. Come on now.
I rolled a 15 to hit. How's that, huh? That hits, right?
That hits.
Oh, God. Okay, here we go.
Roll damage.
Ooh, 11.
Ding.
Yeah. You hit it and you hear it just like "Arr!" and it like rears back and growls at you with this like fire in its eyes.
Hey, all right, and I guess if I move, that's open to a attack.
Yeah, if you move away from it. Anything else you doing?
I have to stay. I'm good.
Okay, Yeros, you're up. Creature on deck.
I do, let's see. Basically, the bat just flies up into the air, and I let it just hover up there so it doesn't get swiped at. And I use a very familiar spell, but you can't guess what it is. It's Armor of Agathis.
Yeah. Keep in mind, you can use your familiar to cast spells through, like touch spells through and stuff like
And
that.
take the help action.
And take help actions and stuff.
That's a good point.
I'm just saying that's the thing you can do.
So I've got that icy sheen on top of me, and
Okay.
I just yep, basically a frostbird now. Freshly frozen chicken.
Did you say you're a blue jay?
Do you know where blue jays live, Alessandro? No, I'm kidding. Because I don't. What's a blue jay?
do you-
Anyway, so I go into the entrance of the church and I just pretty much hang out there.
Okay.
No.
It is the creature's turn.
I guess I say entrance. I'm gonna go just next to my companions. So I'm like fully in.
Bring it on, Fido.
Let's see.
Shit. He's all like methodical.
How many
like
monsters
that.
do I want to bring down?
Leon,
No.
Yeros, and Akrius.
Oh no. I think I know what's gonna happen.
No, you don't.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
You son of a gun.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. Okay. It's a 19.
You double digits. Finally.
Uncanny dodge. Huh?
Thank God. Oh, yeah, and I do have uncanny dodge.
What do you 12? Okay. Akrius? Sorry, you didn't have to. Akrius?
I'm on the roof, so
Oh, that's right, you're on the roof, so you don't need to do it. Leon?
19.
19? You both succeeded.
that's a lot of
So you
dice.
take
Yeah,
half
I don't like
damage.
the sound of that.
Did something just cast fireball?
It did. Out its mouth.
God damn.
I
11 points of fire damage.
Well, I can use my reaction to half the attack even more.
So that is 5 points of fire damage.
Well, if he makes his dex save, I don't know if he did.
He
it
did.
halves it, and if you use uncanny dodge, it negates all of it.
Oh, it negates all of it?
Oh.
Okay, you don't take any damage.
That was a fireball then?
Wasn't a fireball.
What
So as you it stands there and it glares at Leon, and you see this red in its chest like start to grow, and it like pulls itself back like it's taking in this deep breath, and all parts of it like flare up red as it like throws this fire out of its mouth, breathing this fire at you, and it basically breathes fire at you. Fire breath.
Okay. My armor looks a bit diminished after that.
Remind me. Flanking in your campaigns, Tyler, gives advantage.
Yes.
It was my turn. Was
It's your turn?
Was
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
GM.
Right here, make it sound like buttons. Right here. Yes. Leave me alone too long, please.
The guy in hand.
Yeros. Yeah, I'm about to do something really dumb. I'm really brave.
For real this time?
Yeah, I know you killed the thing, okay?
It's alright, I forgive you.
It was
Just
a-
do whatever
it was
you
a
gotta
joke.
do. Just do whatever you gotta do, I don't care.
I was never brave before, but y'all have given me courage.
I was gonna say you better be fucking brave right
With
now.
the
I
power
swear
of
to
friendship and
God. You need to land this plane, motherfucker.
non-toxic shit talking.
I think now we know why he was wondering what side of the building you walked on.
Yeah.
Death has arrived.
Open delivered death.
That'll be one fireball, please.
What the hell are you doing?
Akrius, roll a perception check with advantage for me.
Oh my goodness.
We're almost through it.
That's not bad. 17 plus 3 is a 20.
20. You start to see as you're on the roof and you're looking out, you are starting to see, like, you can see movement off in the distance. And you can tell there are other creature is headed your way. Not directing Lisa.
Get closer, I dare you to.
It is Alessandro. Akrius, you're on deck.
Okay, so after my moment with Yeros, they were like, "Come here, you." Nah, I lost it. I'll move over there. All right, Fido, bring it here. And I swing my rapier at him. I moved into a flank position so I could roll with advantage. Is that how that works?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Okay, perfect. I rolled a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Excellent. So I swing my rapier at it. This is more just flair or anything, but I definitely swipe with the rapier. I don't stab with it because I use it as a cane and it doesn't have a sharp tip. So
Yeah.
I'm smacking it. Just more theatrical flair, if that's
Sure,
okay.
that's fine.
Okay, so I did 9, 11, 16 points of damage
Damn.
to it.
It now looks bloodied.
Excellent. And then I stay within its range and move over right next to Leon and just kind of look at you and go, "That's a good dodge. Almost have some crisp chicken back there. Don't let him get to Yeros." That's my turn.
Okay. Akrius, you're up. Leon, you're on deck.
Yeah, alright, I can. 30.
Where am I? Oh,
I should have measured this.
You're right next to me, forming a wall between.
okay. There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna fly over to this other
You didn't mean
side
it.
after seeing some movement.
I'm flattered to somebody to adopt my
Do-
battle cry.
Do I have a line of sight on this?
Yeros just puts up.
Not directly yet.
I'm just gonna hold action again.
You,
Trying to-
you saw it
something
moving,
pop up.
but you haven't. You
I
don't
know
have
it's
like.
there, but
yeah.
I don't have a shot basically. And I'm gonna stay on the rooftops for now.
Okay. Leon, you're up. Yeros, you're on deck.
I took a hold action. Just so you know.
Okay.
Put this baby to sleep. I'm gonna try again to do the insightful fighting.
Have you ever succeeded on that in this campaign?
Once. That's a 6.
6. What happens when it's a tie?
Well, you know, I say I win.
Think about it as like a DC. Like, what happens if
No, you have to beat it. So if it's a tie, it's not beat.
Oh, if I succeed.
Yeah.
Unless it's attacking you and then
It's a contest, right?
Yeah.
It is a contest between its deception and your insight.
It's an
If
animal.
you, I
How
know.
can it be deceptive?
you rolled really bad, dude?
Chris, this is also an
Alessandro
animal.
arguing
So
for a
you're
six.
trying
So,
to
arguing with an animal.
you're trying to discern what this is going to do, but this creature looks. First of all, it's been hurt relatively badly, and you understand that creatures that are hurt are really hard to predict. And now it also it looks like it has this like fire of almost rage in its eyes, and you understand like I can't predict this thing at all.
Okay, fine.
Anything else you're doing?
I will attack it again with my short sword.
Okay, go ahead.
Not a euphemism.
It's not a euphemism. I roll well on that. It's a 24.
That hits. Roll damage.
That's 7 hit damage.
7 points total.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you stick your sword into the side of it and it yelps out. Yeros, you're up. Cacao, motherfucker.
We're gonna blast him. We're gonna blasty blast.
Okay.
Oh, that one hits. That was a 26 to hit
Yeah, it hits.
and 18 to hit.
Yep.
It takes Holy shit.
Nice.
It takes 29 force damage.
Oh my god!
I just imagine this
You
thing
just flatten it.
into the wall.
The blasts were all very close quarters.
So as Alessandro's behind it, kind of stabbing it in the haunches, you take another. It looks like it averts its attention over him, and then you stab it again in the side, and it looks like it comes back to you, and it's growling and slowly starting to approach you. You can see this glowing in its chest starting to build again, and then all of a sudden, and there's this red hot explosion in front of you as this thing goes flying across the room in pieces. And you look over to see Yeros doing his thing with his
the wand out.
Hand on the hip.
The reason it did so much damage
swish
is
and
I rolled-
flick, bitch.
The damage is 1d10 plus 5 because I have an invocation called Agonizing Blast, which lets me add my charisma mod to the damage. And I rolled a 9 and a 10 on the 2 beams of
Yeah.
I don't have a modifier.
That's top.
Mine's just the dice.
That was very lucky. It
So I
could have
could get
done
2 points
4
damage
damage.
if
Okay, that
chaotic
is
spell.
the end of your turn.
Alright, that one's.
Easy peasy.
Was there anything else you were doing, Leon?
Nope. Oh, I'm sorry. Bad dog.
Oh no, sorry.
Was it me?
That was your turn.
Yeah, it was my turn.
My bad.
That was my action.
Yeros.
And I will remain where I am.
Remain where you are. Okay.
Actually, real quick, if I look at the door, is it something that can be closed, or is it just?
No, it is
Oh, you already
smashed
said it was-
off the hinges.
Forget
And
it. All right, I'm done.
as it kind of the noise settles down in here, you guys can start to hear barking sounds coming from all sorts of directions outside that seem to be different ranges away from you guys, howling and barking sounds.
I'm talking about dozens.
Roll it. I'll let you roll a
Swear to God, if you say inside again.
nature check.
That one's not any better, but
Roll an intimidation.
I did yell out, "We have company."
yeah, I remember that. What'd you say? A nature?
Nature.
12.
12. More than 5. But you're not exactly sure. It's hard to tell how many dogs are in a pack.
I'm gonna
By their
yell
barking.
out to you. Where are they coming from, Akrius? Can you see them?
I'll let you respond really quick. I'll give you guys a second to just respond.
Oh, sorry. I-
Fucking city!
Oh my god.
Fucking Helfla is always that way.
Okay, is there
Okay,
any way
it is the Hellhound's turn. That one you see. Really quick, they do have that speed, right? Yes. You do see this one Hellhound.
Right here! I fired
Yeah.
my 2 shots.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
Right here, he says.
Oh,
Right here.
wow.
Just watch for the
20
glowy bolts.
for 1,
Okay.
14 for the other.
That one does not hit.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So it's full damage and then an extra die is how you do it?
I do double dice for.
Roll the damage dice one more time.
So roll the damage dice twice.
So if I get a 2, 1 and 1. Hey, I got a 9, 10, 11.
Hell yeah.
11 total?
Yeah, 11 total.
Yeah. They
Well,
one hits directly in its chest and it barks out. Let's see.
Just like so.
It sounded like a chair squeak or something.
The noises that he can make. Just, you probably should
I thought it
be.
was a good dog meow.
It was good. It was good.
Sure it was.
It's higher than I can go for sure.
Yeah.
You just gotta suck in a little bit.
Oh yeah. You know, that's how you learn to go high pitched in your voice, is you learn to suck in a little bit.
Oh,
It goes hand in hand with working on your bat sounds.
Sorry, Mom. I know you're never gonna watch this. Unless I'm
Just remember, I'll go on record and say it. If we get famous, the whole world's gonna see this.
I don't care.
If I get famous, this is not me in real life.
Okay, this is you in real life.
If I get famous, this is exactly who I am. Come at me.
Alessandro, you're up. Akrius, you're on deck.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, I'm gonna move to the main
What
entrance.
else can I do?
Oh, actually, sorry.
Never mind.
Akrius, you have been moved in the initiative.
I have?
Yeah, when you release a
I didn't
hold action,
I didn't hold my turn. I just held an action.
but I believe
So
that's
there's a trigger.
still.
That was the trigger.
I believe it still like reassigns you in the initiative.
It's your choice, but not normally.
Not normally.
I've never heard of it.
I'll believe you.
Only if I hold my entire turn, but I moved and then held an action.
I'll believe you.
It just basically reserves your.
I could be wrong right there. What was I saying? Yeah, Alessandro. Right.
Okay, so I'm going to move to the front entrance of the whatever kind of structure went. Oh, I'm gonna shoot a ray of frost at that wolf that just got lit up. I just used the ruler. I
Hot
can
and
see it,
cold
and it's within range.
Yeah,
So
you have to roll a hit.
yeah, sorry, I wasn't ready because I wasn't expecting it to be close enough. That's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
2d8.
So just for the sake of time, its AC is 15.
Okay.
Their AC is 15.
6 frost damage, and then its movement speed is reduced by 10 until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Let me put. It's really hard to even see the tokens from how far back.
It's a big map. That's probably the biggest map I've ever played on.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very well designed. Yeah.
he made all of them.
Akrius, you're up. Leon, you're on deck.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and shoot another 2.
What yours sounds like?
One definitely does not hit. Both of them don't hit. Both miss.
Okay. Anything else you're doing?
Holding position.
Okay, Leon, you're up. Yeros, you're on deck.
I'm gonna go to the door, pull out my short bow. I'm gonna take a shot at him. You know.
Yeah. I identify with this.
Well, I definitely missed.
Make sure you move your character to a spot where you can actually see it, because currently you're kind of inside the building.
Oh, what the there we go.
Yeah. And I would say that was. I'd say that's about 30 feet movement to try and get your character there. Because you'd have to like walk back around to the
Yeah.
entrance and then come out and walk back around to that side.
Alright. I missed my shot though. I shot my shot.
Okay. Yeros, you're up. Creatures on deck.
I'll go to the other side of the building, essentially. Just right around the corner here. Hold action to fire off Eldritch Blast again.
Okay.
Actually, wait a minute. That thing's probably right within my range, isn't it? Because the thing is...
It's within 60 feet of me.
And I'm just gonna... 2 more cracks of energy go flying at this new doggy dog. Oof.
Oh, there you go.
It's 26 to hit. That's 17 to hit. They both hit.
I'm going to say this thing currently has
18 force damage.
has a bit of cover
Okay.
because
So what
technically
does that mean for it?
I'd say it gives it +2 AC.
What if Yeros moves 1 block to the left?
You could move one
I
block
s-
to the left
I
if you.
still hit both of those.
Oh really?
17 was the low one with
Cat,
that, so it
you
just
shoot
hits it.
you shoot these bolts, and it like you can like barely see a little bit of it, and you just like kind of like shoot these bolts, and they kind of bend around the. They kind of like curve around and hit this creature. How much damage?
18 total.
Okay. Yeah, you hit it, and this creature looks like it got hit and is limping and hurting pretty badly. Is that it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, the creature's turn. Let's see.
Jesus Christ.
I just see this one coming around the corner. Oh, there's another one.
Ew.
Yo.
Yeah.
Stunts are ew.
Ew.
Stunts are freaking ew.
We do not want to be ganged up on by these.
Probably not.
And you guys probably don't want to be balled up in that building, but just saying.
Okay. This one, the one that's like really hurt, it's like the spots where it has actually been cut and like it has like holes and parts in it. It's just like bleeding out this like glowing red substance as it is like limping its way. It sits back on its haunches and holds its head up into the air, and you hear it just howl out into the air, and you can hear that. Those of you who are specifically outside, like Akrius, you can tell that howl is going a long distance.
Oh boy.
You'd be able to hear that from a long, long way away. Okay. That's actually the end of their turn. Alessandro, you're up. Akrius, you're on deck.
Okay, I rolled a nat 1 on my spell.
Okay. Make sure you mark that off.
Well, I mean, it was a cantrip. But, anyways, so I sit there and I'm feeling pretty like hot shit. And I just, and I'm just going to kind of take another step forward, just kind of like nothing actually happened. And I'm going to step in front of, I'm going to stop measuring. And then I'm going to step up oh my god. There we go. I'm going to step up in front of Yeros, right in between Leon, and I'm making sure that I'm in between you and any assailants.
Keep
Kind
in
of
mind,
obnoxiously so.
keep in mind, you guys can now hear like the heavy breathing of like canine creatures running and approaching your area.
Yeah.
How much you don't exactly know, but you
Can
can
I-
hear it.
Can I yell out to Akrius? Do I have time for that?
Yeah.
Akrius! Are they coming from the mines?
I think they're coming from the city, mostly up by you guys. Right?
Yeah.
They're coming out of the freaking. Yeah. I don't know that though. Yeros does not have a drum. Jeff does. That's my turn. Sorry.
Okay. Akrius, you're up. Leon, you're on deck.
Here, let me help you, and I'm gonna shoot
Sorry.
one
Dodge action.
said it. Eldred's at the wounded wolf, and then one at the one that just came around the corner.
Okay.
So the one at the wounded, missed. One at the corner, hits. 7 points of force damage,
Okay.
and I will hold position still.
You guys see him shoot a bolt off to like the left of you guys on the map, and you hear this like sound as it. You can tell it made contact with some creature, and now you know there's a creature about to come around that corner.
Record. I used my thingy to take the dodge action.
Okay. Leon, you're up. Yeros, you're on deck.
I use my bow to try to shoot at the this motherfucker here. But I got a 14 hit, which
Damn, misses. Sorry.
So close.
and I mutter a range of curses. And
Anything else you doing?
No.
'Kay, you-
Well, you know what? I think I'll try to like. Is there any way for me to hide, so I can like get the jump on the next dog I see? I mean,
Yeah,
wolf.
dog.
Yeah. Where do you think you want to hide? You understand where the next, right there.
Yeah, like right there.
Yeah. Roll a. You can use your bonus action to hide. So
Bonus action.
roll a stealth check. Not good, eh?
Freaking.
That sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
Okay. You feel like you're hidden. Yeros, you're up.
I rolled a 10.
Jesus.
I rolled a 3 plus
Oh
7.
my
but-
god.
I back up a good 10
God.
feet, and I
Right.
run. I will just hold action to cast a spell. Yeah, I'll hold action, cast a spell
Okay.
on one of these creatures that are coming up.
It is now the creature's turn. So that thing had slowed movement until the end of your next turn, which is already passed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So it's back up.
10, 20, 45. Right there.
Still holding it.
Leon, were you holding any action, or you couldn't hold an action because you used your action to try and shoot? Okay.
Why?
Because it passed right in front of you.
Oh. Ah! Get him.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a spell now.
Okay, go ahead.
On the centermost wolfy wolf.
This guy?
Nope. Back behind.
This guy?
Nope. One right above it.
This guy.
That's the one.
Oh, I see center of all of them. Okay.
Yeros essentially does this kind of just another hand gesture motion, and then like almost like a shriek essentially, and it needs to make unless it's immune to being frightened, it has to make a intelligence saving throw.
We've already learned they're very deceptive. Maybe they're very smart.
Boy, howdy, is that a fail?
Fail?
Yeah.
All right, so it mega fails. Essentially, like near it, you hear this weird cacophony, like the dogs, but it sounds like some are like yelping, some are growling, some are like just kind of happily, kind of. It's just a very weird experience. So that creature, let's see, what's it called? It loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe.
Oh.
Regarding all creatures it can see as enemies until the spell ends. I'm concentrating. Each time it takes damage, it can repeat a saving throw. So I'm guessing this happens. Its first one can happen. When does it say? I'm trying to figure out when it does it. It says each time the target takes damage, it can repeat the saving throw. So that was the saving throw. And if it
Yeah,
takes damage
if it
again,
takes damage
it'll
again, it
take
can
it again.
repeat.
Sorry. Whenever the affected creature chooses another creature as a target, it must choose the target at random from among the creatures it can see within range of its attack, spell, or ability. If an enemy provokes an opportunity attack from the affected creature, it must make that attack if it's able to.
Okay.
So that wolf is very confused about life.
Okay, anything else you're doing?
So that was the hold action. No, so that was just my hold action spell.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was right. That was a hold action spell. First, Akrius, roll a dexterity saving throw.
I knew it. But I'm pretty good at those. Until I roll like that.
I should probably mark that spell up.
Still pretty good though. 15.
Yeah, that succeeds.
Had to make it weird, but yeah.
Plus 3.
25. So half of 25 is 12.
12 or
13, you round
12.
0.5, so 13. Yeah.
How we
Dude,
and
if
this
all
thing.
of us hit us with those, we're all dead. That is heavy
Trying to
hit.
spread out, yeah.
As this thing like limps up to you, you can kind of see as it like breathes in all of its wounds and stuff start to glow this red, and it shoots out this fire at you.
Damn, that hurt really bad.
Okay. The one that you confused is going to fire the one next to it. So you just see this dog is all confused, and it turns around to see like its ally, and it just like and flames this dog in front of it, and you see the dog just like
Look at it funny.
look at it, like the dog like looks at it funny and snarls and goes to attack it also. Being creatures of like very low intelligence, sometimes wolves will just attack each other. I'm gonna say it goes to bite back and hits. And
I have questions when you're done doing math.
yeah, give me a second. 8. Wait. And these two wolves kind of get into a tussle with each other. This wolf comes up running at you, Alessandro, and goes to bite you.
Okay.
Uh, 12 to hit.
Negative.
Right on. Doesn't succeed. And that is the end of their turn. What was your question?
Can I well,
It's also your turn.
yeah, I got my turn prepped already. Did I perceive if that dog that got fired got damage from the fire?
It did not get damaged at all.
At all. Okay, got it. Cool. And so with this thing, I kind of just like nimbly like back step out of the like you know jaws snap right where my foot just was, and then I just like very deftly turn to the right and stab it.
Oh, sorry. Really quick. When a creature takes damage, it repeats the saving throw.
Yep. Sure does.
That's a fail. Okay, sorry.
Still
Continue.
confused.
So I stabbed the one in front of me for 23 points of damage.
23 points.
God,
Fuck.
damn.
It is bloody.
He rolled super great.
Okay, anything else you doing?
Yes. I'm going to move in range of the wolf to right there.
Okay.
You have advantage on your attack as long as it doesn't move.
Yeah.
Well.
You can.
Akrius, you're up. Leon, you're on deck.
After getting burned, I'm just like, ugh, and I'm just gonna pull out my sword and just jump straight down.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah.
He was never seen again.
Do me a favor. Just roll one. You have 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, so the first
Roll
attack
one.
coming down, 12 plus 9, which is
That hits.
21, yeah, so. And then
Roll
that's
damage on that really
D8.
quick.
Roll damage on
Six.
that. Oh, let's do
So
that.
that's 9 points of
9
damage.
points. Oh yeah, you come down and just sking right through it, and you impale your sword through it and into the ground underneath it, and it falls down. And you see this like really warm red, like glowing red substance like leaking out of it, and it is dead.
Did.
Okay, how much movement did that take?
5. Like you still have most of your movement
So
left.
these guys are fighting, these two dogs up here.
These two are currently fighting each other.
Okay, and then this guy's on his way. Okay. I'm gonna run over to them. Ah, damn, it doesn't. Because I still have one more attack I can use. You know what? Bite the bullet. I'm gonna probably get blasted. This is hard.
Tick tock, tick tock.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna come running around and then I'll do another swipe with my sword.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
Okay, that's plus 9, so that's 20.
That hits.
And then D.
What?
7 points of damage.
Okay, that's not bad. This creature's really, really hurt.
Alright.
It's like the lowest amount of damage to my sword.
Okay, Leon, you're up. Yeros, you're on deck.
I'm taking my short sword again.
Finish it off.
I need to do some harm.
You get advantage,
You do get
I
advantage.
do get advantage. Oh, well.
but
I
let's see if you get that 20.
Alright.
good,
Definitely not.
good thing you
Alright. It still
Both
hits.
hits,
Okay.
so-
So 17 to hit.
Yep.
And I'm gonna
a sneak
do
attack
the
here.
piercing. That's 7
plus your sneak attack.
Yeah. Oh,
How do you
I
wanna
get
do it?
Sneak attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have advantage.
You would have
against it.
sneak attack, but how do you want to do it?
Oh,
Just chop its head off. Dude.
Oh yeah, as it is trying to fight against Alessandro and Yeros, or Alessandro and Akrius, you come up from behind, and both of you actually see, are actually watching Leon come up, and you just come, shing, like right from the side, and its head falls down, and this like hot, glowing blood squirts out.
I get like there's some on my shirt. I'm just like,
Okay, Yeros, you're up. Creature's on deck.
I stay where I am. I withdraw the rod and use its charge to refill a spell slot.
oh cool.
Okay.
Forgot about that.
That is my action, however, so let me get that something on the back, and I could technically do something, but I'm gonna choose not to. Basically, that's all I do. I'm gonna just sit where I am. Next person's turn. Oh, actually, so that was my action. Damn, I wish I could use a bonus action to do something. I'll have the bat basically fly down and hover next to Akrius. Just have him be like within his square,
Okay.
and that'll be it.
Leon, you're up. Oh no,
Alright.
sorry. It's the creature's turn. That's right. This hound rolls again to get. Ooh, excuse me.
Just to remind you, the one that's confused has to pick its target randomly every time. Or it has to.
I'm kind of just going with whatever's the closest to it,
Yes, whatever.
which is
Do it.
if it had like multiples around it, I'd say I'd do it randomly.
Makes sense.
So it gets that back. And it continues to bite at this other wolf. Doing damage. And
That's dope.
I'm going to use the spell for a while. Is it that one?
That's what it's called. That's cool.
the other one bites back in defense. Doing.
Don't forget to make your save.
Yes.
Do it.
Minus,
Forget to die.
and it makes it save. Getting.
What did it roll for its save? It has to beat my save.
What
DC.
save is it?
It's
Wisdom?
intelligence.
Intelligence. It got a 12.
It didn't make it.
Didn't make it. Okay, and this other
Dope.
5, 10, 15, 30, 35, 40. You see this wolf.
Does it go past the confused wolf?
So it runs up and jumps over the two wolves fighting each other, lands on the ground, and bounds over back in your direction.
Speak up.
And you see it also starting to glow as it is about to unleash its fire, as you guys have seen
Didn't go
already.
Next to it, I guess.
I need.
Question: mechanics. Did it draw an opportunity of attack from the confused wolf? Because if it has the opportunity of attack, it
Ah,
has to take
thank
it
you.
for the
It
spell.
has to take it.
Yeah, it will bite at it.
That also means it uses
It's a
its
hit.
reaction. This wolf is freaking out. Freaking out.
I'm not gonna let your spell go unused like that.
No, I appreciate you reminding me. Okay, it does take some damage.
Take all.
And it still jumps. I need Alessandro and Akrius to make dexterity saving throws.
This is why I didn't want to do what I did, but I need to do some damage. Plus what? Plus 9? That's a 17.
17 as well.
12. So that is 9 points of damage to both of you then.
Okay, and then I'm gonna use my uncanny dodge and
Did you already have it? Or?
That's already halved. That is
okay.
the total you take.
so and then I'm gonna use my uncanny dodge and that just negates it totally.
Okay.
You uncannily dodge.
I still have to take it.
Okay, Alessandro, you're up. Akrius, you're on deck.
Okay. Wasn't expecting it to be right in front of me. Bear with me.
I did.
What do I plus that? Let's see, I was gonna attack my rapier. I miss. So I take a swing, and we'll just say that I'm very shocked by what just happened, and a swing
Okay.
and a miss.
Akrius, you're up. Leon, you're on deck.
2.
I missed.
You also have advantage, by the way. Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah, I don't. 1 definitely misses, and then I got an 18 for the other.
It's roll damage.
That's a D8 now. Hey, that is 13 points of damage.
Okay. Anything else you're doing?
No, that's
Okay.
it. I'm holding.
Leon, you're up. Euros, you're on deck.
I did try to attack this guy with my short sword, but I got
Figured.
14.
You have advantage.
You have advantage.
I have advantage.
Leon comes walking out, proclaiming he has advantage as he strikes.
Oh, thank God. I have advantage. I actually hit.
Okay. Roll damage and also roll your sneak attack.
So, without the sneak attack, that's 8 damage. With the sneak attack,
But just tell me what your sneak attack total is now.
sneak attack total is 8.
Did you add your, like,
8 plus.
well, for your regular attack? that you
For the
add?
regular, 8 total.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you come in and do a couple of attacks on it, and it looks really hurt. Anything else you're doing? Okay, Euros, you're up.
I blast the one closest to all my friends. 24.
That hits.
17.
That hits.
These blasts are evil.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna kill this thing. How do you want to do it?
18 damage.
Yeah, how do you want to do it?
The force blast goes into its mouth and explodes its belly from inside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And it
baby.
it explodes. That happens.
Pretty much like that.
Alessandro will just like get shocked, and then I vomit because I'm just covered, and I'm assuming just whatever this gunk is. I'm just
sorry, Mom.
It starts to burn a little bit. Not enough to do like damage, but it kind of starts to feel a little bit like a chemical burn almost.
at least it doesn't feel like crabs.
Euros creature's turn now.
Yep.
Creature bites. Hits. Does damage.
Spelling doesn't work for me.
Your character's scary as fuck. Dude.
Yeah, your character's kicking butt this.
No, like Yeros terrifies the shit out of
The other one
Alessandro this
attacks
point in time.
back. Nat 20
Cute little. Oh my god.
against its companion.
Just like this cute little bird in a yellow fucking rain
Bright yellow
jacket,
coat.
just fucking messing up people's minds left and right. Oh my lord.
Mines are
I
not
forgot I
safe
had a cool
for
thing
me.
I could have done. But I don't think it would do damage to this creature.
I was content to watch them fight each other.
It's fucking,
As I write in my book about it.
it's fucking sick. That's what that is.
As these two hounds are fighting each other, you can see the one that you did your magic to is quickly starting to lose the fight between both of these hounds, and it looks like it is on its last legs against it. Oh, and it makes a save. That's a fail.
Wow.
They don't have good intelligence,
This was
which is why they're both fighting each other.
yeah.
Even though you only did it to one. Okay, Alessandro, you're up. Akrius, you're on deck.
I'm just going to take a hold action to do my attack that I rolled if one enters into my vicinity. Can I do that?
Yeah.
I'll just do that. Kind of at the same time, I just kind of like look back at Yeros. Just kind of a little horrified, and he's just doing his thing.
Just leaning against the stone of the building, staring, just holding the one. Just like almost motionless.
kind of look at you and then look back at the wolves.
Yeah.
Just kind of freaked out.
Akrius, you're up. Leon, you're on deck.
Just cashed
So,
it.
one with the gear on it's almost dead or dying,
Yeah.
and the other one's kicking some ass.
Yeah, one with a wrench on it.
Okay.
Under construction.
25.
They don't have really
It's
good
intentions. Yeah, I
things
know,
on
they
there.
really kind
like-
of need
So this is a question. I'm
conditions.
technically flanking because this monster has enemies on both sides of it, but
Yeah.
he's not my partner though on the other side.
I'd still say he is engaged with his own enemy.
Okay.
So he is engaged by two of his own enemies on both
Enemy
sides.
of your enemy right
Okay,
now.
yeah, and I'm gonna go to town.
I'm gonna put it down.
Okay, first one.
You can cast
Definitely
other
hits.
spells instead
Second
while
one?
concentrating, right?
Definitely hits.
Okay.
Okay. First one, 7 plus 6 is 13. Max damage, 8 plus 6 is 14. Wow, that was a good round.
So how
So,
much?
13 plus 14 is a 27?
Nice.
Or
Yeah.
37.
27.
27.
8. What are the two?
13 plus 14. 27 again.
That's a lot. That's a
So yeah, I just
hefty
turn the
blast.
tides almost instantly. I think.
Okay, Leon, you're up. Yeros, you're on deck.
Okay. I guess what I can do.
Oops.
Leon, come on, let's go. We are
Sorry.
trying to get
Focus, man.
I'm trying. He's right next to me, dude.
That was the joke.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna go.
Thing is, I even saw you like.
For those of you who are listening,
preparation, like you.
Randy has fallen to the floor. Lap.
There's no subtlety.
Breathe, Randy.
We need to end this.
Go
It's
ahead.
your turn.
Leon, it's your turn.
Leon.
I'm trying.
Go.
Okay,
Ignore
okay.
the man.
I'm going to attack this guy. All right, with my short sword.
Okay.
Admire.
Kick his ass.
That's hits. That fucking hits.
Okay, roll damage.
That's 10 piercing.
How do you want to do it?
Just chop it in half, dude.
You do that.
All right.
Yeros, you're up.
All right.
God.
I can't breathe.
With the sound kind of like this. Fires a couple eldritch. Guess what I'm doing? More horrible blasts. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
It's fucking toast, dude. Let's see.
Ugh. Forgive me, everyone.
Oh god.
Wow, dude.
22 more
Oh my-
force damage because
Wow.
I hit both beams again.
It explodes.
You like flatten it? Flatten it like a pancake?
And it exploded.
It hits it from both
just
sides
get
and
covered in
twists its
goo.
body like. It just fucking sits there. I'm just there. Just.
What?
You do your last attack, and it yelps out as it explodes, and you guys can hear this explosion and yelping like echoing out into the mist and the
Awesome.
fog.
We did it.
What are you guys doing at the moment?
I just look. I'm kind of covered in goo from the monster, and I just look at Yeros and go, "That's twice that you've taken my kills."
I don't even really know if it's me taking. Credit goes where credit's due. Yeah, but don't worry about it. Yeah, it's just, well, I'll give you a few more in the future.
Nope.
Unless, of course, they actually get near me, in which case
I am
I'm
scorched.
pretty much glad
Yeah.
that you guys were ahead of me, because those are kind of like the natural predators and all that. So,
Under better circumstances, I think red's a pretty good color on me.
anyway,
And this
so you're
this
pretty-
blood is like glowing
Yeah.
on you guys.
New fashion statement, Yeros.
That's it's a good look on you.
Thank you.
Little
A little,
offsets the blue a little bit.
It does look good.
a little unhygienic, but
I like take a little bit and just kind of like.
It has this very like sulfury and acidic taste to it, and it actually starts to burn your tongue
off.
And I like just like, oh, okay,
And-
that was the worst idea.
even though you try to spit it out, it still is like it's still burning your tongue, and it's starting to burn the rest of your mouth,
Am I still burning?
like kind of like having a really hot pepper in your mouth.
Oh my god.
Spicy.
Hot! In total contrast. to
You
everything I
you
did.
still kind of have this
So-
like burning
okay.
sensation on the spots that it.
On top of that, can I do a perception check or something to see if we can hear more howlings in the distance or yelps or responses to?
Yeah, do a perception check.
Yeah, let me look too.
9.
Nine?
Let's go to
Akrius, fly up on a building and look around.
14.
14.
Walk it
You
off.
don't hear any other sounds of creatures. It's back to its quietness.
What's the tallest building like
now.
in by us right now?
church.
Like,
The steeple.
Sure.
the what?
The steeple.
Oh, what we were just in.
Yeah.
I will fly to the top of that and just kind of.
It is. Roll a perception check.
9.
9.
9.
9.
It is quiet, and you don't see any movement on the ground around the this facility. A little too quiet.
This is weird.
I see nothing.
Let's say we're
Akrius, you're looking
down.
kind of banged up. Should we find a place to rest and recover?
Let's gather our senses. I have a feeling when that dog yelped, it was calling for something.
You had multiple instances of these dogs howling out very, very loudly.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like Mama is somewhere around.
It could be possible, but I definitely need to get these burns taken care of.
Let's go inside the storehouse.
Very
It looks pretty well repaired.
Just barricade the windows. And
We could barricade
He's
it.
gone.
And there's also some stuff in there. It looks like potentially. I don't know what, but looks like some crap on the shelves. Let's check it out.
Okay, you guys make your way into the storehouse, closing the door behind you, or
Yeah.
closing the door behind you. That's where we're gonna end today's episode.
That was good, guys.
Took on 6 dogs.
Sure did.
When all those dogs were coming up on you, I was like, "This is gonna get real hairy real quick."
They were so spread out that we were able to take a
Did they
one
have
on
the
one.
wolf feet where, like, if
Pack tactics.
the
Pack tactics. I just closed the book. I don't think they.
I just remember getting my shit kicked in by some
Eldritch
wolves
Blast?
once.
I just recently encountered these monsters in another campaign I was playing, and so I knew exactly what they were when you described them. I'm like,
Yeah.
Awesome. That's
Okay. Well, just got a frog in my throat. Thank you for listening to Stories of the Salt Knights. We had a great time playing. I hope you guys had a great time listening. Make sure you like and subscribe our video on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment, hit the bell notification icon,
or just any bell.
or any. Just hit a bell.
Go ahead and bell. And
Also, we have a Facebook page now, and we also have an Instagram page. So go check those out on those platforms if you feel so inclined. If you prefer to listen to podcasts, we are on all podcast
Platforms.
all podcast platforms. I'm not sure if we're on Apple Podcast yet. At least at the time of this recording. If you're listening on a podcast platform that has reviews, please leave us a review on one of those. It really helps us out with the algorithms and all that jazz.
Good reviews only.
Yeah, not bad reviews.
The Uber agreement.
Or we're gonna
only 5-star.
we're gonna
reviews.
beat
or
you
a
up.
hit squad is sent to your house.
Okay. Anyways, thank you for coming and have a good night.
Good night.
Scale of 1 to 10, how tired are you?